she gets back.
I think last
for sure.
time, Nathaniel, you were the previous scribe, right?
Was I? Sure.
That's what I have on here.
For last week, yeah.
That's sweet, and I posted notes too.
Yeah, yeah. So Lazarus, you
Hi.
would be up this week if that's okay.
Sure. Sounds Gucci.
All right. So Nathaniel, do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
Will, since I actually wrote something down. So this is the journal of the great Nathaniel Bend, a story and recording of an epic and daunting history of the Restful, as led by Nathaniel Bend, as recorded and told by the great and wonderful
God.
Nathaniel Bend.
Please use silence again.
So we started kind of in battle. I'd been out for a little while, but was really glad to be back and seeing you all. Initially, in that battle, we met Cav, a roughed up minotaur that was being held hostage. Arnis jumped a fence, looked around, did not turn into gaseous form, which was greatly appreciated, and then released Cav to help us in this battle where we were trying to free some gnolls and destroy their leaders. Fitzgerald got off a couple good shots. Lazarus lost control again and was lashing out randomly with unclear motivations. Deska saved him. Lazarus died, I think, twice, or fell unconscious twice because of his great control of himself. I used my special knowledge of magics and strategy to more effectively save Lazarus than anyone else. The Gnoll Dark Wizard retreated after we killed many of his followers. We gathered up the surviving Gnolls, explained them who we are, and searched the camp, learning about their background. We found an old axe from the Gnolls. They gave us a crystal ball as well. And then as we were as we were finishing up, one of the Gnolls asked to go out to the farmland to check for additional survivors. Fitzgerald followed him, and then as we were ending, Fitzgerald discovered that the Gnoll met up with some of the cultist Gnolls, and so I think that's where we wrapped up.
Yes, I believe he attacked them.
He was going for the kill.
That's where we left off, is that I saw he appeared, he was talking to the Gnoll, and then I decided to open fire, and then we stopped there.
All right. So.
God, I wish that were me.
Me too. I don't have any assassin shit.
I was so worried about giving everybody temporary HP. How could I?
Wait, you said we start with 7 HP?
You should have 7 temp. Yeah.
Okay.
So Fitzgerald, you are there.
Okay.
And you see nearby the shadowy priest, which I'll put on in a moment here.
And we established last time that he still looks banged up from the fight before. He doesn't look fully recovered.
Yes, he looks wounded.
He's fucked.
Don't say. Hey, I haven't rolled yet. Don't say anything.
I was about to
Don't
say.
jinx this.
Now, if it was me in that position, I would say yes. But there's a chance that he could miss.
All right. So give me
But I believe he's got
an initiative roll.
Just Fitz or all of us?
It would just be him because you guys.
Let's go.
Back at town.
That's what I thought.
I also don't see us on the map. Is that supposed to happen?
Yeah, we're not anywhere near where they are.
Okay.
You are not there at the moment.
Just
I
making
believe
sure.
we're short resting.
Yeah, I think you're resting at this point.
Wonderful.
Right through the eye, Fitz. Right through the eye.
Right through the eyes. All right. So Fitzgerald, you are first to act. Which one of them are you shooting at?
The Null Weaver for sure.
All right. So go ahead and take a shot. You were hidden, so you have advantage on the shot.
And I
Got
assume,
this.
And just
So
so,
what I'm
you
gonna
all
do
aren't
is-
sitting in the dark, I think I'm going to give you sight.
so for sure, what I'm going to do is I am going to use my last spell slot to cast Hunter's Mark on the Shadow Weaver or Shadow Priest. No, I guess it's because Hunter's Mark. I'm not sure how to click on it and make it like expend it, because when I click it, it just nothing happens. So
Is it
everything
a spell?
else, yes,
Did you click on it in the spell list?
yeah, I did. Because like everything else, when I click on them, like you see the whole thing shows up. When I click Hunter's Mark, it doesn't. The information doesn't show up at all. So I'm not sure if that's just like a bug or not.
Well, you might just need to remake
Oh,
the
just
macro at some point.
Redrag it on, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe something went wrong with it.
So I'll just do that. So last spell slot on the Shadow Weaver.
Alright.
And on the first round of initiative, I do get 2 attacks with Gloomstalker. So this will be the first attack.
All right.
Oh no! It's starting.
So the arrow flies right past him as he looks over and says something in Knoll. Second attack.
Okay.
Do you have advantage on the second attack?
If I'm invisible to him,
Which you
'Cause the-
currently are, yes. So 26 would strike.
so that plus this and this.
Alright, so you deal 29. What's the 5? The mark?
That's the mark at the end. Yeah.
Alright, you deal 29 points of damage. He looks very wounded as he stumbles back. And that was, and you're moving.
And that's it.
Alright, so he was surprised, and the Knoll was surprised, so it is your turn again.
Now I'm gonna pop out this side, and this time it's just a single attack. Boop.
Let's go.
Alright, so he goes down.
Yeah.
And that's it for you?
Yes, and then the last thing I do as he dies, because I know that the Knoll that's went to meet him is the one Nathaniel was speaking. Now, I couldn't remember how we settled this. Was Nathaniel speaking to him in common, or was he using the mind speech to make himself understood?
I believe it
I
was the
used-
mind speech, right?
I used both spells. I used both comprehend languages and the other skill I can't think of the name of
Okay.
it right now.
So then I'll just move to right here, and then that's it, since I don't
But I-
believe I can talk to him.
Well, but yeah, I don't believe you could talk to him, but I don't remember, Lou, if you said they spoke common or not, because I thought we had part of the conversation in common, and maybe I switched to it because they weren't fully understanding me.
Some of them did, but this guy is going to take off running this way. Rushing to the north. Ah!
You can't
Do you want to chase him, or do you want to end the combat?
Yes.
Alright,
No, I need
so your turn. What are you going to do?
Move up to here. I'm going to bonus action put my Hunter's Mark on him,
Okay.
and then just an attack.
Alright, so you fire 18 would strike, doing what's that, 18 points of damage, which would bring him down.
17.
17, if that matters.
No, he
He's dead.
did not have 17 even. Alright, so you've killed them both, and the battle is won. What do you
What
want to
happens when
do?
you hear a snitch?
Out of curiosity, is this the fungal forest area that was above the village, or where we thought the giants were?
Above the village.
Above the village, okay. I think, and for brevity's sake, like, we can, even when we do a roll or what, but I would basically look around this area to see if they were meeting here, because if maybe there's one of those cave entrances we're thinking about, one of those tunnels that might lead somewhere, or a back route.
Alright, so
So
you're gonna...
that's what I would do.
Alright, so give me a perception check.
I am going to burn my single inspiration to give myself advantage on this perception.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright, so you're spending some time searching around. Unfortunately, you don't really find much over here.
Okay. And if I don't find anything, then I'll head back to the village. I would, I guess, do my due diligence, and I will go over to the Shadow Weaver corpse, and I will see if there's any components I can steal, or if there's any information on him. And then I would go back to the village.
No, it doesn't seem like he... I mean, he has his armaments, but he doesn't have any of his other ingredients on him.
Okay, easy peasy. That's me.
Alright, so you would get back to the cave, or to the village area. And you see everyone is kind of in the middle of a rest. You would all see Nathaniel come back. What do you want to do or say?
You just see Deska standing in the middle of a bunch of people as her aura ends. Oh, you just missed it.
What did I miss?
The juice.
I'll turn to Nathaniel, and I'll say, the gnoll that left went and met up with that shadow priest. So I'm not sure if there's any other of these that might be trying to get out to get information out. But were there any other of them that were trying to leave, or were trying to give you excuses to, do anything?
Well, that's very troubling. No, they were all pretty, just chatting and very compliant. I could potentially try to elicit a stronger response out of them if you would like. As I look them all over, the one guy who ran I knew wasn't injured. Is there anything that would distinguish any of the others as a, potentially of a slightly higher authority than the other ones? They're an elder. Is there a...
So, they all pretty much look like soldiers. The ones who got back are also soldiers, because I remember, I think, what's his name came back? Uken.
Garo? Uken, yeah.
Yeah, no, Garo's dead as far as you know.
Yeah.
But
All gnolls look the same.
Uken came back with the loyal, or what he said were the loyal soldiers, and the kind of non-combatant members of the tribe are still kind of in the fields, because the guy apparently didn't go get them.
So
Uken, well, I guess since he can speak common, Uken would say, this is troubling. I think it's best if we make sure no one else leaves. I will go and fetch our farmers and children from the fields, if that's all right with all of you.
And we trust Uken, right?
I mean, he has been helping you. He's the one who set all this up, so it would be kind of weird if he betrayed you, but you never know.
I'm pretty sure I incited him at some point when he was putting us in a hidey hole, and as far as I can tell, he's on the up and up. At least for his motivations so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is it all right if I go?
Can I ask? I basically ask him. Well, never mind. No.
You cannot leave.
Before he leaves, I would say, so we held up our part of the bargain. What does this mean now for the, these are the long spear?
Sharp
the long
rock.
arm?
Sharp
Or
rock.
sharp rock. No. God, I gotta click my notes.
Oh. The
I'll
long
be like,
spear were slain because of their cooperation with you.
yeah. You said that you retconned last time saying they haven't been completely destroyed, but the village that we liberated
Yes.
was destroyed.
That's what I
Gotcha.
mean, yeah. So He actually would look to Cavarius and say, I don't know much about that one. He was captured by the cultist armies in the outcaves and brought here. But if he helped you, I guess he could be trustworthy. I would still be cautious.
I would finally actually go into the torchlight so that Cavaliers could see me, since last time I don't think he ever.
He exists.
Everybody referenced me, but
See,
he
yeah,
never.
look, there's just right there.
Everyone else sees him, right?
In the torchlight, yes, everybody can see me.
Hey, Cav's just. He's still probably convinced you're just a ghost or an imaginary person that the rest of them have made up.
It's like, what? He's real. Or go ahead.
I would just look to Cavalrius and I would say, or Cav if you prefer Cav. What do you prefer, Cav or the full name?
Cav is just easier.
Okay. Then I would look at Cav and I would say, well, you haven't murdered everybody while I was gone, so I guess you aren't as wild looking as you appear to be. What's your story after this? What do you intend to do?
Well, my village was attacked and some were taken hostage. I was taken here. I don't know where the rest of them are. So I need to find them. You all mentioned cultists. I don't know what is going on with them, but I'm assuming that my family is with them.
Uken would speak up. He says, more than likely your tribe was taken to the prison area or to the main cultist camp to the southeast of here. Though I would start with the prison. It's more likely they're being held there. They also may have been taken to some of the other tribes as slaves to work in the fields. If I remember correctly, there was supposed to be some sort of mining operation starting up, but I don't know what happened with that. A new gold mine was discovered, apparently.
We're perking up a little bit at hearing him mention a prison area. I would say, what can you tell me about this prison area?
It says there's an old... I think it is. I think the cultists said it was a dwarven structure, though I don't know much about it. But it exists to the south of here in the caves. The problem is that both ways to it are dangerous. One way would be past the armies. If you go to the center area where the army is camped and head to the east down the cave, you can follow that cave to it. Another way is to go past the Deep Fang lair. You were kind of on your way there when you were going through the cave. But again, that route will take you past an army. So either way, it is... he says, well, I guess there is a third way, but that would take you through the Shroom Forest, which would be suicide.
Because of the giants?
He nods. He says the giants are extremely aggressive. The
But
Shroom
that
Sounds like
route-
fun to talk to. I think we should go interview them.
That route would be the least
Yeah.
expected, though, of the three, would you say, right?
He says, yes, that route would be the least guarded, but that's because the giants eat anyone they find in the forest.
I'm sure I can talk my way through them. You guys have seen me do it before.
Oh, I bet you could. We should
Could
let him try.
Can you...
Would you allow me? Go ahead.
So Uken, as you're about to speak, would say, so I apologize for interrupting, but I worry about our non-combatants to the north. May I go seek them?
Yeah, I'll wave my hand and not so much at a dismissal, but just like there's something on my mind, so I'm like, yeah, sure, like do what you got to do.
So he takes off into the Shroomwood.
Could I make a roll, DM, like either a nature roll or something? I'm not sure if that's fitting for giants because I'm really not sure like how they fit in with like what is
yeah.
civilized.
If you have nature, giants would fall under that.
Okay. I'm kind of curious, like, first, my first most, what Nathaniel said, can giants be reasoned with,
So,
what's the word? Yeah, I'll just say that.
so shroom giants are a strange creature. They are kind of they're hill giants who are corrupted by spores and become almost zombie-like creatures. Like they have these weird mushrooms that attach to them and almost like grow into their brains, like making them kind of even more crazed. I mean, they start off as being chaotic and evil, but the mushrooms make them even more dangerous. They tend to roam forests that are filled with mushrooms, and it's unknown why, but the spores that affect them only seem to affect giantkin, and they don't affect humans. So that's why they're kind of a unique type of thing in the deep. But no, generally they can't be reasoned with. They just try to destroy and eat anything they see.
So essentially, these are like those zombie ants that like fungal parasites
Yes.
take control of.
Similar.
Like they just go around and they're just consuming things to propagate themselves, keep themselves alive. Not necessarily because they're like hunting and gathering as a tribe. More so, they're just keeping the organism alive so that the fungus can keep doing its thing.
Yeah, and then the shrooms kind of grow on the corpses they make, and then those spores kind of go off into the air looking for more giants.
It's kind of epic.
Now, is that, and I can make another nature roll if you need me to, but is that something that's specific to giants? As in, like, the giants came down here and they were here long enough for the fungal spores to affect them, or any humanoid going in there has a chance of being infected?
As far as is known, it only affects giantkin.
Okay. And that's just something like they've been there long enough, so eventually the fungus just kind of worked its way into their system.
Damn.
Yeah.
And as you're telling me this, I would be like explaining this to Nathaniel and just saying, you know, like, overall, I believe that you, if anybody, could talk anybody down at great lengths if given enough time to speak. But I think that we're not dealing with intelligent beings; we're just dealing with beings who are just living off of their instincts. It's just to hunt and kill and spread the fungus. So I do still believe that it might be a good idea to go down there. It's just maybe if we encounter them, trying to speak to them before getting the first strike might not be the best idea.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, we have two options. One being potentially go through our enemy's territory, and failure means they are aware of our presence and our plan is basically ruined. Or we go through this forest where worst case scenario we die, little less worse we come back here, we retreat, but the only people that know are the giant shroom thingies, which isn't a big problem because they're not connected to gnolls. So of the two options, that one sounds way better.
I would wait. I would want to, like, you know, I think that I would want to go after Uken. A part of me, just because I just had to go kill a guy who like ran off because he was playing nice, like, oh yes, I'm gonna go do whatever, and then he tried to, like, you know, backstab us. So I would leave the group like talking about our options, and I would go to find Uken, mainly to talk to him, but also to make sure he's actually doing what he said he was doing.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're gonna try to track him?
Yes.
Give me a survival check. Alright. So are you trying to go slowly or quickly? Like you trying
As far as I know,
stealth?
we're allies, and as far as I know as well, like, especially if I'm going into the shroom area, like, unless it's lit, they can't see me. So I would think, like, naturally, now that I've developed this ability, whenever I can stick to the shadows, I will, just because I know it gives me, you know, advantages. If I can't, I don't care. But as far as right now, we're allies, so I would just walk through the village. I'm not trying to hide from anybody. I'm just looking for Uken to talk to him. And if he's doing something shady, then I would probably try to be more quiet before I, like, called out to him.
All right. So by the time you find him, he is actually already on his way back with a bunch of the women and, well, the non combatants and the children of the tribe. So he would, he has a torch out. As he gets close, he would greet you. I assume, unless you're going to try to hide from him.
No, if everything looks normal, then I would just approach him. And I would first I would say, are all the non-combatants accounted for? Are they all safe?
Yes, everyone is here.
Okay.
I, I was just going to head back to the village unless there was something else you needed.
We can walk and talk. I just wanted to pick your brain about a few things. And then as we walked back to the village, I would say, so now that the Sharp Rock are, free, and all, mostly, what is your plan? And then if our party were to make a trip to that prison area to try to recruit more allies, are any of the clans that are not aligned with the cultists there, or what could we expect in a prisoner's camp?
Well, the prisoners' camp, as you put it, and actually, he says, do you mind if I wait till we get back to camp so I can speak with all your allies as well?
Oh, yes, of course.
So yeah, he would get back with everyone and kind of gather your group and say, so as for your question, the prisoners' camp is more of an old structure within the cave. It's like a large tower with several floors. There are guards outside, and I believe there are several gnolls inside who kind of guard and torture the prisoners. Some of the more sadistic cultists are there. But you would most likely have to either sneak in or make sure you killed the guards there so they didn't go and get help, since there are armies nearby. As for my
We can
plans,
pretend to be captured.
he says, well, whatever you think is best for getting in. But my plan for the Sharp Rock, now that we have freedom from our elders, is to continue to pretend to be working with the cultists until we can find a way to safely leave these caves. Which I was hoping that you and your group would assist me with.
What of the Deep Fang and the Wildfire? Do you believe that they are in a similar situation as yourself? Is that if we came in contact with them and were able to kill the cultists, they would also turn side, or do you not know much about those clans?
So the Deep Fang are filled with mostly hunters, and do a lot of the hunting and scouting for the cultists. They are in a similar situation that we were in, where their people are mostly unhappy with working with the cultists, but their leaders and many of their warriors are fairly loyal to them. So if you are going to try to ally with them, it might be a bit harder to do it diplomatically to convince them. At least the warriors and the leadership. But it's always possible, if you can find a way to speak with them convincingly.
And the Wildfire?
The Wildfire are where many of the shamans come from. Their tribe is rumored to be dragon-blooded, and many of their people are born sorcerers. I would be very careful dealing with them, as I believe that part of that power comes from Yinogu, and the madness is intrinsically part of their blood. Still, I suppose there's a chance. Again, there are non-combatants who probably do not like the Alliance. So, all of the tribes would have their difficulties. You might need to do things for them to convince them, but I will leave it up to you how you want to handle that. And of course, the Sharp Rock can assist you, however you think is best, as long as it doesn't result in the destruction of our clan. We don't want to end up like the Long Spear.
I will say one thing that I'm concerned about is that after we originally liberated the Long Spear, much like we did here, where we killed the cultists and they were able to freely, go about their business, it wasn't long before the other cultists came to find out what happened to the cultists of that village, and that's how they were discovered. How will that be different for yours, since we dispatched the cultist here?
You dispatched our leadership. None of these people
Oh, just the
were
leaders.
actual cultists, he says. The mistake the other clan made was attacking those cultist patrols within their borders.
So when the cultists show up and they see that the leaders have changed, that won't raise any suspicions, because they won't care as long as you do your part.
The cultists don't generally look that close. As long as we give them the food and supplies they demand, they usually take them and go. Although, with what happened, there could be a chance that suspicions will rise, but so far, there hasn't been a much of a questioning. At least not here.
I would look at going back to it. I would say you mentioned the prison area, that's gonna the most sadistic of the gnolls and the cultist followers will be there. Do you know, besides maybe perhaps Cab's tribe that might be there, what prisoners would you expect there to be? Just gnolls that aren't following the cultist orders, or anything else of note?
Well, I imagine that Cav's people are probably there. Survivors of the Long Spear are probably there as well. Yes, and just various dissonants. The most sadistic and the leader of the people who run the prison is a gnoll who calls himself the Warden. I don't know much about him other than he revels in the torture and death of his prisoners. So you should be very careful when, if you approach him in there. He's rumored to be a chosen of Yinogu, blooded, though not given spells, but given superhuman or natural strength.
If we decided to go through the fungal forest to the south to try to get to the prison area, is there actually a way through that'll lead us there? It's not just a dead end? How much has that area been scouted, considering the giants are such a threat?
Rumor has it that there is a way through at the bottom somewhere, a cave that goes through. But obviously we don't often use it, as, like I said, the giants will often attack and kill anyone they find.
I'll look to the rest of the group, and so I've done most of the talking, so I'll see if anybody, basically just like raise my eyebrow and look at everybody and see what they're thinking, or if they have any questions on their mind that they want to vocalize.
Lazarus will look very, very beat up and very tired, and say, I'm okay with going through the giants area, but I think we need a long rest. A short rest won't be enough.
Oh, and make sure one of your resources, you should all have up to 3 short rests. Because I was kind of doing it as a group, but I was thinking about it, and I think if people don't want to spend one of their short rests, they should have the option. So just under your resources, put 3 short rests and have that recharge on a long rest.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna get on my phone.
Sorry,
I'm gonna get on my phone real quick because my dog needs to go to the bathroom, but I'll be here. I just won't be on my computer.
What did you say, Deska?
I was just saying, Laz is pretty beat up if we plan to go through the mushroom forest.
Yeah.
Well, you guys don't need to worry about how beat up you are. I can go just talk to him.
I
And
don't
need
think
to
you
find
can talk to them. Did you not hear what Fitz said?
I did, but I imagine that they're quite dumb. I have no doubt about that. But every giant I have ever run into has been capable of speech. If they're capable of speech, you can talk to them.
We're talking bestial, not
Yeah, we're
intelligence.
talking fungal. We're talking like a fungus that took over the giants as a means to kill things, so it can keep spreading its spores.
Nathaniel.
If we come across some giants, maybe one by itself, and you want to try, I don't mind it. But if we come across a group of them, I would much rather we attack first if we have the advantage than let ourselves be known. Just because it could turn south very quickly. Not to doubt your abilities, it's just I'm not sure. I can speak with animals, I can't speak with plants. And that's as far as I know what these giants are, just large living corpses full of fungus.
This is why we need a druid in our group.
So you guys would finish, or you all would finish a short rest. So go ahead and spend it if you want to, spend hit dice or regain resources.
So are we planning to long rest? Is that the idea? Is that what we've decided? Because that
I
kind of
think we
determines
need
whether
to.
or not I would short rest, kind of.
Yeah, Lazarus has 2 levels of exhaustion, so I think we have to
Yeah.
let him recover, and you can only
We're gonna
recover
be
that
as
on
much
long
speed
rest.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember that you could still be interrupted while trying to long rest, so it's not a bad idea to short rest to gain back something.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that I can't because I went out and did the secondary combat, but I don't need one anyway, so I'll be fine personally.
Well,
Alright.
withhold.
All right. So you're trying to pass time and long rest. Is that the plan right now?
Yeah. Can we borrow one of the tents?
Yes, they'll probably have a tent set up for you. They say you can you can use the shamans, the shadow priest.
Fitting. Are they as we're starting to settle down and Lazarus goes and collapses on the ground because he took the most beating out of all of us? What are the loyalists? I'm going to call them that just so I can distinguish them from the regular gnolls. What are Ukun and the loyalists doing? Is everything just going back to normal? Are they manning the gate again? Are they?
So yeah, they're hiding the bodies right now. They're cleaning up the corpses and kind of putting them off to the side for some sort of ritual. They're also putting people back on the gates. The farmers are starting to get back to work on the crops. And, basically just going back to what they were doing.
Fitch should help out with the body hiding.
It doesn't look like,
He's
go ahead.
Well, I was just saying that Fitch should help them with the body hiding thingy.
Why me? Why? What do you mean?
you?
That is
Why you?
Yeah. Hey, body
Sadistic
misdirection and just
bastard.
getting rid of body. Whoa! I didn't. You don't get to say sadistic bastard. I didn't volunteer for this. You guys just threw that in me.
Fitz, just to double check, I don't remember if you naturally had it or not. Detect poison and disease. You had that naturally.
I got that recently when we leveled up. I
Yeah.
just now
Okay.
got that spell.
Just double check in case we finish this long rest.
So it doesn't seem like they are hiding the bodies, but they're more dragging them off into the shroomwood and kind of piling them up. And you see some other bones back here. It looks like this is kind of a general disposal area. Uken would say, if you manage to convince one of the shamans to join our cause, we do have these corpses they can use.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Deska was just about to go fucking do a ceremony on him, but never mind.
I mean,
Nathaniel would say something to the effect of, I'm not so sure necromancy and that kind of setup is what we want to be doing here.
Why not?
So-
Actually, no.
Okay.
Deska, Deska would. She'd could she begin ritual casting ceremony Actually, hold on, let me check.
So Uken would look to Nathaniel and say, "What is necromancy?"
Um,
Oh, this is
I'm not
necromancy.
making up a term there, right, Lou? You're not asking that because I was out of character, or
No, Uken is asking you. It doesn't seem like he knows what necromancy
ah.
is.
So Nathaniel will go. Well, let me tell you about this story that I would once heard about this necromantic spellcaster wizard, and Nathaniel would go on to tell, I don't know, some interesting story about, I don't know, a vampire or something that
So,
was
your
necromantic.
I'm assuming your story includes the raising of the dead.
Yes.
So when you talk about that, Uken says, "Yes, our people will raise the fallen dead to serve the tribe once again as a new type of creature, and it is expected that when a warrior dies, his bones will once again serve his tribe. But we do not call this necromancy. This is just using one's
Weird.
resources." You say weird, he just shrugs. He says that is how our culture is. But our, what are they called? He says the witherlings are very useful to the tribe as they can be very dangerous in packs.
If it's a part of their culture, she won't cast ceremony.
Um, would like culturally speaking, Lou, like how crazy is that to us or me?
I mean, you
Yeah.
your culture believes for the most part in the honoring of the dead by giving them burial. Undead creatures are seen as abominations by most cultures, or many cultures anyway, but there isn't actually anything. I mean, there's debates from different magic schools about necromancy. It's definitely taboo in many wizard schools. So I guess it would just depend on your personal belief on it. Like, is it okay to use bodies to do things after someone's died?
So Nathaniel's not particularly religious, so he'll probably, kind of acknowledge and be more of a historian than a religious scholar. You probably acknowledge it and say, oh, okay, well, some people have evolved more than that, but that's okay. You guys do what you do.
He shrugs and says, "Yes. I believe if we are to fight in the coming times, having witherlings would be beneficial. Our previous uh, our previous shaman could raise them, but obviously he is among the corpses, so."
Ha!
Alright, so yeah, he would pile all these people up in the forest and kind of hide them from view so they aren't easily seen if someone comes in. Go ahead.
If no one else has anything to say, there are some questions I have for Uken, but again, I've been monopolizing the talking time, so I want to let other people do what they want to do.
Good.
It seems like most people are just listening right now.
I would, as Uken works, I will not assist in the body disposal, but I will try to engage Uken in conversation. And I would mention that when we were at the on the Long Spear village, they had a problem there with gnolls disappearing to something in the fungal forest. And I was wondering if there was any other creatures beyond the giants to the south that he was aware of that might be out there beyond, the typical drow and the gnolls and the driders and the giants. Just like, what are natural predators down here for you living in the caves?
Spiders are probably the most common one. The giants seem to stay within those forests, so they're not too dangerous unless one journeys in there. I think there are other prey that they hunt deeper in the caves that they sustain off of. As you saw, there are drow who are also here assisting the cultists. I don't know why they're here or what their purpose is, but Yeah, they're the Drow forces, the Driders.
Where do
Here's
they
a
come
silly
from? The
question.
drow.
Go ahead, Ernest.
So
Where do the drow come from? In the Driders? Where they come from?
we don't fully know what their relation is with the cultists. We've been told by the cultists to ignore them if we see them, and that they are allies. But why they're here, and why they're working with us, I couldn't tell you. Drow generally don't work with the gnolls. Or at least I've never seen it before.
Do they come from the north, the south, the east, the west? Do you see them at particular days, particular times?
He says, I only see them within the caves, or within the deeper caves. I've seen them in that cave where you met those, and I've seen them farther to the south. I rarely see them up near the villages. I think, actually, someone said they saw a group of them go into the Longspear camp after it was cleared, so there might still be drow there. I think they were setting a trap for all of you, if you came back there.
Idiots.
This may be like a knowledge question that I need to find out. But so when we were fighting the Drow, they said that they have like the spider goddess, the spider queen. Is
Yes.
that their deity?
Do you have religion?
I don't. I just remember somebody who did at the time, explained it to us. And essentially what I was trying to get to is if there are spiders down here, do all spiders subscribe to the Spider Queen? As in, can the Spider Queen... Because this is just me, this is my honest curiosity, is being a spider, does that give you some kind of affinity to the Spider Queen in the sense where the
You
Spider
would need
Queen can use
religion
them?
to know more about that. I mean, you
Okay,
ask-
this is beyond my
so
depth.
if you're asking Uken, he just shrugs. He says, I am not aware of the influence of Loth.
Gotcha.
Like and subscribe to Loth today.
More spider. Okay, you guys know what I meant though. That's the word I used. But anywho,
Subscribe
I
for
fucking hate all of you
content.
so much.
Can we get to 50 likes?
Is
And
it
the last-
only spiders?
See,
Yeah.
yeah, like OnlyFans, but only spiders. Yeah, you're doing great there. My last question I have before we can just start passing time, or so I can stop talking, is what Cav mentioned earlier. Would I know enough about the fungus with that nature roll I made earlier, or I can make another one, to see that if the giants only go after living prey, or would it also be attracted to corpses in general?
Well, you know that they generally only go after living prey. To partially eat and use to grow more fungus.
Gotcha. Okay, that was the last thing that I can think of, because everything else I've asked. So I'm gonna go and subscribe to my Only Spiders real quick. So I'm done talking.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dude. 8 legs. Mm. And that booty.
Spider booty.
This body.
So is anyone else doing any talking or interaction during this time as time is passing?
Lazarus is meditating while talking to his sword in his mind.
Deska will go to Cav. Yo, Cav, you play dice?
I'll learn.
All right, yo, Arnish, you want in on this?
Sure, I know you cheat, but whatever.
I don't cheat. What do you mean? All right. Everyone that's participating, give me a D20. I want to.
So-
we're all gonna do it.
Do you have,
Lazarus hears Jessica's statement that she doesn't cheat and raises his eyebrow.
I have never cheated.
So, do you have a proficiency in dice?
See?
I do have proficiency in dice.
Alright. So, are you playing for money or just for fun?
Do y'all want to play for money?
Well, it's too late now. So the
No.
first
You
round.
said it
we'll-
after you roll.
Yeah, the first round.
Everybody
The
said
first
it.
round. Since there was nothing said, I'll say you all
That's
played
fine.
for fun.
You're teaching
a couple
Cav,
of
you know?
Yeah, I'm like, so that you just throw the dice.
couple of rolls are made, and you manage to win the first round.
All right, see, nothing on between my sleeves, Arnis. I know you have good eyes. No
You're
cheating.
playing for Punch Buggy?
Oh, you
Little guy
want
gets
to
buffed
punch
in the arm
Buggy
by
then?
everybody else.
All right, but you gotta take the bands off.
I'm
Oh,
fine
we're
with
gonna
that.
bunch you.
So
All
it
right.
would be
Yeah, you can
probably
still beat you up without him.
you probably would be doing an intelligence check, although an argument can be made for dexterity.
I would make the argument for dexterity.
And
Okay,
you would have proficiency bonus.
thank you. That's all I needed to know. So I
Yep,
wasn't
no.
cheating.
No, you just won the first round because you kind of
dexterity.
know how to play.
Plus proficiency.
Ernest.
So you all are playing a few rounds of dice. A couple of the gnolls might come over and look curiously as you throw these little cubes around. Anyone else doing anything as time's passing?
Daniel would be reading his
Jesus
book on
Christ.
Wamanok and just studying and writing.
All right. So
If you would let me, I would probably position myself somewhere around the gate. Maybe not in torchlight, but also just like generally just resting, not doing anything physical, but just keeping an eye out as well.
all right. So kind of keeping an eye out, resting. Cav, you said you're just playing dice with Arnis and Fitz,
Deska.
and Deska. Deska last.
Here's the lowdown. Nathaniel talks the most, but he's the smartest. Fitzgerald talks just as much, but he's not as smart, but we listen to him because he's not as odd about what he says.
Because he's not like mean.
Yeah.
No, because he's not a fucking weirdo.
He's not a
Whoa, whoa! I think
he's not a weird or mean girl.
He
Nathaniel's
talks
kind
a
of like
lot.
Nathaniel's kind of
He
like a
talks
mean
a
girl.
lot, but Fitz talks a lot, but goes straight to the point with every point he makes. He just makes a lot. Nathaniel talks for like 20 minutes about the same point before getting to the actual point.
while insulting you.
You should
Yeah.
know. The more intelligence they have, the longer it takes for them to say the same thing. We're
He'll
just
leave in
dum-dums.
about 4 insults before he gets to the real meat of it.
So
We've already
Lazarus
established
has-
we're all M's.
What the
Laz- Lazarus has the less patience of all of us, but I'm kind of not that far behind him on the patience scale. Jessica's a little sensitive, but he gets shit done.
All right.
and
I'm not
Fitz
sensitive.
Fitz might be a
but-
serial killer. They're not sure.
Fitz is definitely a serial killer.
We all listen
Listen,
to him.
Lazarus,
In a fight,
Lazarus-
nobody knows what Fitz does. He disappears.
He disappears
Lazarus
and
Lazarus
people
doesn't have
die.
patience
so he's
with
helping.
enemies, but he has a lot more patience than Arnis when it comes to teammates.
Yeah.
Let's go poke Arnis and be like, where'd you get this sensitive thing from? Where is this coming from?
So
All right, Raven. So we all get ambushed while we're gossiping, like high school girls in a corner.
well, who is Arnis talking to anyone in particular right now, or is this like while you're
Just
playing
all of us
dice?
sitting around the circle playing dice, yeah.
All right,
You're talking
so
to
you're just
Cav.
talking about everything. All right. So, Nathaniel, as you're reading your book, Uken would come up to you, kind of curious. He points to the book and says, "What is that?"
Oh, let me tell you about this. And Nathaniel would go
Oh
on
God!
about Chief Wamanok.
So when you mention that name, Uken would say, "Wamanok, the Orc warlord. I am
You know of the great Chief Wamanok.
I am familiar. I did not know he was inside a book, but our tribes have heard of his legend and of his tribe when we were still outside these caves, moving as nomads. Many of the barbarian tribes of the Gnoll and Orc groupings have heard of Wamanok. His teachings on Tyr, it was a Tyr, right? Or my thing, yeah. His teachings on Tyr and his legendary exploits in battle are well known throughout the caves by the many barbarian tribes. Though no one knows what happened to him. He has disappeared.
That's exactly what I am researching. It's funny that you should ask that. When you say that many of the tribes know of them, is there a particular scholar or person or school or library or place of
Oh
information that
gosh.
would share such information?
He just looks at you strangely as he has no idea what any of those things are. Uh,
Storyteller.
there are probably shamans who speak the stories of his battles, but I don't know of a specific one who is more versed. You might find more information from the Wildfire clan, as they many of them being shamans often hold lore of our past.
That is very good to hear. The Wildflower clan that you speak of, is that a clan to the north, to the south, to the west, to the east? What direction may that Wildflower clan be found in?
Their village is to the southwest of here, but it is deep within the caves. You would have to go past the prison and past the armies to get to it, so it is a dangerous trek.
I am sure I would learn many great stories during that trek. You are a fine and noble individual, Utek. What is your favorite story of Wamanok? And unless there's
So-
other information I could glean from him, we could probably move that into I would chew his ear off about it.
So yeah, he would be happy to talk a little bit about Wamanok and some of the other famous chiefs, including a particularly famous Knoll, apparently, that a lot of these people know, who is friends with Wamanok.
What was that Knoll? Would I get that Knoll's name just in case I might be able to use it to spur other conversations?
Yeah, let me go search my notes. What was that name? While I'm doing this, anyone else doing anything besides what's been said?
No.
All right.
I think that while everything, once Ukin's conversation with Nathaniel was over, that I would call out to Ukin, and if he came over, I would talk to him about a possible escape route.
Who is this?
This is Fitz.
Who are you talking to?
Ukin.
Ukin, okay. So the name was Than Mucknose, a famous
Than
Knoll warlord,
Mucknose.
who's a friend of Wamanok.
Got it. Okay, well, don't worry, everyone. I will ask many more people, many more
The
questions. and you will
plot
be regaled with stories.
approaches.
So as for an escape route, he says there might be some caves deeper in the woods, but I don't know if any of them go anywhere. The easiest way out would be, that I know of, would be going through the armies to the west. Do you mean leaving the cave area or just leaving the village?
Well, I would give him a brief, just a brief exposition on the temple to the north, on what was in there and what we did to cleanse it, essentially, and say that it might not be a way to completely escape, but it could be a place to hide your clan.
So he says, wait,
until-
the cursed temple? I was
Yes.
told that any gnolls who go in there are destroyed or killed by the ghosts inside.
I would say we, with the part that we played in cleansing it, there may be a way for us to give you a symbol so that you could talk to Father Callistro, who is one of the guardians in there, and they might allow your village to stay there if you were able to tell them that you are allies of ours, that you've helped us just like we helped them. And I would shrug
So-
and say,
He says, you say you cleansed the temple. What does that mean? I don't understand.
the cultists were using the temple to summon demons, and the way they did that is by corrupting it, just like the fungus corrupted the giants. The cultists corrupted the temple to make it a place where they could summon demons freely. When we dispatched the cultists, we gave power back to the ghosts, and we befriended them in a sense by doing that service. So in exchange for you helping us, it's possible that we could give you a trinket that would prove to them that you are friends of ours, and they might let you stay there in the meantime safely, especially since all the other gnolls don't think that they can approach it, since it is cursed, as you say.
Yeah,
But
that's-
it's not guaranteed.
So the temple, there were cultists inside it. They told us that none could approach because of the angered spirits. But you're saying that they were in there, and that is how they summon demons?
There are angry spirits in there, but the spirits were angry because the cultists were in there corrupting the temple. We purged the temple, as in we killed all the cultists in there and the demons. So all that is left are the ghosts, who might be more open to negotiations since we helped clear the temple of all the cultists.
So the cultists lied to us then. Probably they wanted to keep us away. That is good to know. I shall keep that in mind, though I am very nervous of approaching any place with spirits. Still, I'll keep that in mind as a last resort. I thank you for telling me. Alright, so time is passing. I need a d20 roll for events. Let's see if anything interesting is happening, or if we can just quietly pass time.
Let's give it to the new guy, Cav. D20.
There you go.
Boom.
17.
We all die. Damn it, Cav!
Reset.
Trolls show up.
So that is actually one of the better rolls you could have made.
Inago appears himself. What's
The
in
time... Oh, you want Inago to appear? I can do that instead.
this? Dude, after the rest.
You were gonna get a pot of gold, but I guess evil god.
Gold?
Yeah, I rolled
gold.
gold, but I can switch that to Evil God reincarnates.
All right, we send Nathaniel in round 1. Let's go. Epic rap battle.
I have no problem.
Epic rap battle.
Get him.
rap battle with Inogu.
Pretty sure we would win.
Keep pulling it out.
He just raps in Nolish. You have no idea what's going on.
Get him.
You could rap about fucking what's that orc's name?
Wamanok.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
Just rap about
Nathaniel
him.
would just lose because he can't believe it. But anyway, no. So during the time, one of the hunters comes up to the group presenting what looks like a bunch of a kind of like a sack filled with some useful herbs. And what's his name? Uken says, thank you to the person. He says, he's saying this is a gift to you all for helping us. It seems that he's gathered some rare herbs, 100 gold pieces worth to be exact. So the group gets 100 gold pieces of rare herbs.
By the way, who's maintaining the treasury now that we don't have Oririn?
It's me.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Fitz. Fitz is quartermaster and leader right now. So
Okay.
yeah, you get the 100 gold pieces of rare herbs. Other than that, nothing really happens. It's quiet. The gnolls here are curious to try to talk to you all, but obviously they can't for the most part. So, the day passes pretty quietly with some conversations here and there. Go ahead and spend a day's worth of food to stave off starvation as it goes to evening.
Remind
Somebody
me.
with the gathering feed or whatever it is.
As a
No.
ranger, I can.
You know what? I'll say that you don't have to eat here because the gnolls are providing, so you're good. You
I
don't
mean,
have
I
to-
have it. I was just
Horses?
curious.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I have it up.
I'll say that they give you food.
Sweet.
So yeah, while you're in the
Okay.
Knoll Village, you don't have to worry. It's not the tastiest. It's kind of just roasted spider, not very well cooked, but it'll keep
Better
you
than
from
rations.
starving. That's debatable if it's better than rations, but it's probably about 7 in the evening at this point as you go into nighttime.
Do we get the long rest?
Not yet. I need another events check. D20. See.
Just to clarify real quick, last session we found the dwarven made greatsword, and Cav took that, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Let
So I
me
can
check my
delete
notes. Yes. Did you identify that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a great sword +1.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. So yeah.
Whatever happened to the axe? Because we also got an axe, supposedly, right?
We did.
No.
That was a.
It was the
Miss-
sword. We just kept
Yeah.
thinking it was
Oh.
an axe, but it was the sword.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it was
okay,
a
okay.
sword.
I got really excited because Wamanok has a special axe, and so I kept misunderstanding it.
So yeah, D20 roll, please.
Who's doing this one? Oh, there we go.
Right in the middle, where I want to be.
Another really good roll. All right. So the members of the tribe will also bring the group some dried spider meat, which is translates to 12 days of preserved rations if anyone needs food.
Oh,
I got
We all
10.
take 2?
I guess. Yeah.
If you want to take it, or if you want to put it in the party treasury, or you could just tell them you don't want it. It's up to you.
I don't know. We can just divvy
Let's-
out. Everybody gets 2 of them because there's 6 of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that works. Everybody takes 2.
All right, so you get some food. The night will pass. So go ahead and long rest. Long rest
Hit
button.
that
it.
long rest button. Woo!
Gain back
Oh.
half of your. I don't know if it heals you.
Oh.
Yep, it
did
does.
heal me,
It
but it
does.
also gave me a level, so I guess I'm just gonna have to level up Lou. So that's a weird thing you put in there, but I guess sure.
Oh,
I didn't get a
man.
level.
These jokes, the level up jokes, just never get old.
It also
Yeah.
gives you the max hit die, which is great.
It should give you back half
Automatically
your hit
increases
dice.
spells. Well, yeah, but I only spent 3, so.
Okay,
I'm actually
so-
gonna
Yeah,
bump
if,
up to 0.
if
Okay,
it
cool.
is actually doing weird things, let me know because it's still pretty new. So
Put them up. Put them
No,
up.
it
It
worked.
increased my spell slots. Yeah, it looks good.
all right.
I put all my hit dice to 0 to see what it would do, and it did give me half, so we're good to go.
Okay, great.
Let me try doing.
I should have
that,
asked
'cause-
before I rolled that. Is it technically morning? Can I recharge the status
Yes,
charming?
yes.
Okay.
Your things would recharge.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
I thought he was just like randomly whacking people with it so they'd like him.
As we're sleeping, he
You
just
are
charms
charmed.
Oh, that's
You
the,
are now
get-
under my
get some
control.
charges back.
Platypus.
So I can.
Taps us all on the head while we
While
sleep.
you silence me, I can make you think I'm your best friend ever.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Wait, did we tell Cav what the secret word is?
No, and I think
Nope.
this is a great time for Lazarus to explain that.
And actually, I'm gonna take. Let's do a quick 5-minute because I do need to use the restroom. So
Perfect. I can
I'll be
change
right
my
back.
spells.
Yeah. Wait, why do I have to explain that? It was
Because you
Arnis
just
that
brought it
got
up.
possessed. Arnis should explain it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off ceremony. Sorry.
Get possessed.
By the way,
I
what
walked
was
a
it?
fight with a
Platypus?
It was platypus.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the secret word is platypus, and it's because Arnis got possessed and nobody knew, and he was hanging around as possessed.
Oh,
I'm gonna get rid of this spell.
Okay, so the whole story is they were beating.
No. That's the whole story.
Please, Arnis.
The whole story is we were fighting. Arnis decided to go into a room by himself and got possessed.
And
That's
took
the whole
a
story.
potion that he found on the floor, just like, hey, cool
Yep.
potion.
All right, so the real story.
so please tell us.
Yeah,
They're
what's
beating
your
the
version?
fellow up. So I go flying into this room to try to flank it. I can't flank. I'm standing there. There's a potion and a ghost comes through the wall. I say, screw it. I chug the potion. I turn into a cloud. The ghost still possesses me. It's like I was double fucked.
But why would you think you could flank them? It was a closed room.
I
You didn't know that.
All right, let me
I didn't
tell
know
you
if
the
there
real
wasn't
story.
another door. I mean, you guys are just beating the crap out of Nathaniel for no reason. He didn't even talk to anybody that day.
Okay, but think
Wait,
about but the question
Nathaniel.
is, none of us have done anything else. Come on, this is our one chance to just hit him and have justification.
I had a plan. It failed. It happens.
Okay, I have to get rid of Shield of Faith, unfortunately.
Arnis
rid
is
of
like
it.
a cheap version of Batman.
Wait, okay,
It's like
what do you
a-
mean by that?
It's like a dollar store Batman. He tries to do Batman shit, but he often fails.
I'm
He does
like
stick
the
to the
Batman of
shadows.
slap fights.
Oh my gosh.
We usually get into a fight and then he hides for like 3 rounds until he finally attacks.
But those attacks, though, ooh, baby,
Hey,
Just
those
when you
new
need 'em.
hand wraps.
they slap.
He's hiding, like, yo, let's catch a guy by himself. We got this.
And then it's Arnis by himself. And we're like, no, Arnis.
Oh wait, I shouldn't do that because it'll use my
Artis.
I knocked out the whole half of the room and saved Cav last time
spell.
by planning
Well, I wasn't
ahead.
here last time.
Like
So it
you
doesn't
say-
count, is what he's saying.
I didn't see it. It didn't count.
Alright, Kermit.
All right, listen here. I will not have you desecrate me. Okay, I'm getting rid of this spell too.
Desecrate me.
Desecrate.
I used the wrong word. All right.
Desecrate.
Is that like violate? What's happening here?
Kermit saying
Desecrate.
desecrate?
Kermit isn't a living thing. All right.
Wow, okay, that's just rude. Alright, Jim Henson was
All right.
amazing.
I'm a hot take. He's not real.
Platypus.
All right. Is that all my spells? I think so.
So, Fitz, have you decided what you're going to tell us to do?
I wasn't gonna tell you to do anything. I was gonna say that, like, I think that honestly the best bet for us is, because so far we've allowed ourselves to come back here with the least amount of attention. So I think going through the Giants is what we're gonna do. The only point of contention that I foresee is whether or not Nathaniel can successfully talk to the fungal giants, which I have my doubts, but I also don't want to take his agency away by not allowing him to try something he wants to try.
But your spell, Nathaniel,
Yo,
does it specifically say humanoids, or what does it say? Any living creature?
I'm pretty sure anything that can talk, but let me double check.
Well, I'm just saying because they're technically. I mean, they're not.
Look,
They don't have. They're not giants anymore. They're fucking mushrooms. I don't know if you can talk to mushrooms. That's my
Chosen
only thing.
creature can magically understand you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Nah.
guess it's up to Lou. So
The only
Yeah,
problem
no.
would be is that if they don't have an actual language,
Yeah,
comprehend languages.
that's really what it
wouldn't-
comes down to. If they have a language
Yeah.
or not, can they understand words?
So,
Yeah.
is
Mushrooms
it-
Sure.
Assuming we're going to try
Aren't-
to.
don't they have like a
We're
hive
trying
mind
to
or
be
something?
sneaky, right?
We don't know. I don't know anything about them.
so yeah,
I
from
mean, mushrooms in general.
from what you said,
I
or from what you rolled with your nature check, you don't think that they're actually giants anymore. They're more like big zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they're zombies, then out. Yes.
figured.
But
Well, we can try anyway.
Not
Give it
as,
a
uh,
go.
yeah.
they're
funny,
not as
man.
like rotted
Hey,
as zombies.
after
though.
I shoot
they're
the
actually still
head
pretty
off of one.
strong.
We all know Nathaniel is more learned than I am, so I don't doubt that he would hear me say this and he'd be like, well, anything to be talked to, so this guy's just dumb.
Like
So
they're
I
not.
also believe that.
They're not true undead. They're almost more like plants, like
Yeah.
plant creatures.
That's why we need a druid.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
because the one with the true.
Well,
noble
once you die,
background,
Lazarus, you can go ahead and druid it up.
I mean, based
No,
off of
in
what,
my other
what they've
campaign, I'm a
said,
druid.
Lou, based off of
Oh,
what they've
what
said,
kind?
like, to what Nathaniel's pretty
Star,
he's
star map or whatever.
That's what I want to play.
What did you say, Nathaniel?
So
Sorry.
good.
he'd be pretty certain that he couldn't talk to him. Like, it sounded like you're leading us that direction.
So yeah, from what? Because you don't have nature, right?
Well,
I guess you could
What
make
is
a jack of all trades roll.
Yeah,
jack of all trades, so not great, but not bad.
So you probably have a very basic knowledge of them. You just know that they're weird, like giant plant zombie things. You would guess you probably can't talk to them. Yeah, so your guess would be you can't talk to them.
I'd probably
So
be
how-
pretty honest with the group and say, like, you know, like, I'd still like to give it a try, but, based off of what you said, yeah, if they're totally dumb and inert and plants, then, yeah, you can't talk to plants. That's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Okay, so
Yeah.
the question is, do I shoot
So-
it first and then you do it, or you talk to it first and then I shoot it?
So how long does it take to get to the forest?
Not
To get to
long.
this cave?
Okay.
We have to find it. It's only a rumor that it's down there, so I assume we'll
Yeah.
have to do a little searching.
So you'd probably have to go through the actual forest, then search around down south.
I still think it's the
To get
better
through the
option
forest.
rather than trying to.
I do too.
Yeah, I
stealth
think
through-
we're on the
through the
same
enemy
page.
camp.
Is we're gonna do the giants.
I'm thinking I can focus, and I can bring the positive energy together to help us stay more quiet and be sneakier in the
Oh,
forest.
yeah?
We
Yeah?
can probably
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get past the giants. That is also.
Yeah, we could just burn
that's
the
what
whole
I'm
forest
saying.
down.
But I
burn the
do want to
Sherwood.
fight them.
What are the chances they have good perception? Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're kind of doodoo brain. Come on.
They are
Look,
fungal
man.
spores.
They're duty brains.
I
Look,
mean, I can do this.
Look,
I
Fitz,
just
me
need
and
to
you.
know how long. I just need to know how long.
You know how long you have to keep it up? Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's one of those
how-
things where we'll probably go in and then
Just
try to keep
cast
a
it.
lookout, and then again just try to signal. Yeah.
Look, once we start the journey,
Yeah.
based on the information we have from said, Desk is just going to keep ritually casting detect poison and disease, assuming they're probably fall under some type of that category, and just keep a lookout that way.
All right, so
Well,
our-
Raven,
Yeah.
you said they're like zombies, but that doesn't mean they're undead or fiend or anything like that, right?
No, they're still. I mean, you don't have nature, but you would guess they're probably still humanoid. And I'm guessing if you asked Fitz, he would probably identify them as humanoid or plant, or a combination of both.
Yeah, I'm basing it on the knowledge that Fitz told us. I'm just thinking, if they were zombies, I could use divine sense, but yeah.
No, it doesn't sound like they're undead.
Yeah.
So, are
Okay.
you all ready to head in that way, or are you going a different route? What's the group's decision?
I say
We're
let's go
going
that
through
way.
the
Fuck it.
giants. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through
And
the forest.
as we're getting ready to go through the forest, I'll ritually cast detect poison and disease.
How long did those last?
It lasts up to 10 minutes, so I'll just keep ritually casting it at the end of it.
So you're gonna stop every 10 minutes to take another 10 minutes.
I thought I could cast it while we were moving, but if I can't, then I won't.
I mean, I guess there's nothing that says you can't cast rituals while moving. You're just gonna be casting because it takes 10 minutes each one. So as one runs out, you're just gonna cast it again. Then you're just gonna be casting the whole time.
I'll just cast it the one time when we leave, and then, I'll
Well,
just
cast
the
it
one
when,
time, but-
when we enter the forest.
Would that is there a somatic a vocal part of that?
Let me
would-
check real quick. It
Oh yeah,
is-
that's important.
Yeah. So you would be
Yes.
making noise if you were doing that.
Yeah, it is verbal and smack. So
We'll
never
just
mind.
cast it as we enter
Song.
the forest, and we can use
Yeah,
it.
I
those
can always
minutes
just
That
use
was
a
my
spell
plan,
slot
too, yeah.
if I need to, because I
I
usually just
refuse
use my
to
spell
use it.
slots for Hunter's Mark, so I can just use one for Detect Poison. If at some point I feel like we're getting to an area that's heavily scored up,
So
Sure.
So give me go ahead and link the spell as a ritual.
Yeah, no problem.
Detect poison and disease. All right. So you, before you go into the forest, you take 10 minutes. As you finish the spell, you would look out, but so far you don't see any poison or disease.
Cool.
And the group's heading in.
Yep.
yes. And I think as per usual, it would probably be myself and Deska trying to lead the way a little bit, so that way we can keep an eye out for stuff, and then the group, 20, 30 feet behind us, just following.
Alright, so the cave in here is fairly tall, going as high as 40 or even 50 feet in some areas. Large shrooms loom over you as you kind of walk through this place. And there is a... do you have a light source?
I'd imagine Lazarus is lit up, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
they do.
Deska has to decide
Yeah, I light you
because
up.
I don't have the light
Like-
cantrip.
Yeah, when we leave out of a place, I'm lighting you up with
Alright.
light.
So,
And you will
yeah,
have the lights on out as well.
is definitely a creepy area, as your light would reveal. Lots of little spores floating around as you enter this place. You would hear roars in the distance as you move to the south. Give me a D20 roll. You feel like there is a high probability of danger here.
If I may, somebody else do the roll, but I was curious. When we found all those mushrooms in that one little room in the temple that we cleansed,
Yeah.
can I make any kind of check to see if I can see any of those same mushrooms around here? Something that would attribute to the spores.
Well, I mean, mushrooms in general create a bunch of spores, but you don't see anything that looks too poisonous or dangerous. This just looks like a lot of spores as your light kind of penetrates the deep dark of this mushroom forest. I do need that D20 roll. No one wants to make it.
Oh my goodness.
I even said someone else do the
Whoa.
roll.
I was about
Alright.
to do it but I thought so.
Alright. So, yeah, as you're moving south, you start to hear what sounds like something smashing around in the forest, getting closer to you. What do
I
you all
would
want to do?
motion
Just
for us
step
to
away
turn
from
the
the light.
lights off.
First,
would-
you
Yeah.
hear it coming from the west, but then you start hearing noise from the east as well. So you're going to turn the lights off?
Yeah, we'll turn Laz off, which is the signal that there's something nearby.
Yeah. And then I would look at Arnis and I would say, now is the time. And then maybe attempt to stealth to the next square below us, and hoping that the things will go to our last position and not the new one.
Alright. So...
I will also tap because
Sure.
I know Nathaniel can't see. I will tap him,
I
and
also can't see.
I will also tap Cav and give them Eyes of Night.
Alright, so as you start heading south with the lights off, it's pitch black. You're having to hold the hands of some of the people in here because they can't see anything.
They can now. Hold on.
Oh, are you giving...
Yeah, that's
giving
what I
it...
did.
So who... you're giving Eyes of Night to...
Cav and Nathaniel.
Okay, so you take a moment to quickly bestow your gifts upon them, which immediately lights up this place. Well, not lights up, but you can see much farther anyway. And in the darkness, where you hear large footsteps getting closer, several large glowing eyes, or sets of them, start appearing all around you.
Is it possible to try to stealth, continue moving stealthily, since Arnis is casting the Pass Without Trace, to avoid the combat, or does it seem that we're already surrounded?
They're fairly far away, but at this point, we probably, if you want to sneak away, there's probably going to be initiatives involved. So give me a moment here.
Okay.
I think we try to stay.
There's always the option of negotiation.
There's always the option of me shooting them in the face.
That's my thought. We can't sneak away, Nathaniel. Speak.
See as I see.
What do your elf eyes see?
It's hideous.
What? Sorry, give me a moment.
Out of curiosity, are we gonna start this with Pass Without Trace? Since while they were doing Eyes in the Night, that's what Arnis was doing, or is he gonna have to recast it?
Sure, we can say that you are, if you want to use that Arnis, we can say that you use that.
What a bro. What a Chad.
What a
So
chat.
everybody within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Plus 10. It's all dexterity stealth.
Everybody's about to hug you right now.
Getting close to being able to make all of you invisible, but right now I can only do it to 4 people.
Listen, I would love if you could make me invisible.
Yeah, me too. I would love if you could make him invisible. Or her,
Yes.
sorry.
Well, if
Hold
you
on,
want me to
what's
make you
this?
invisible, you'll have to listen to my lectures on Wamanok this evening.
I've always listened to every one of your lectures.
Don't lie. Insight check.
That is
deception
true.
all the
That's
way.
not a deception. She has always listened.
How do you spell his name?
Oh, I just realized.
Okay,
Deska,
I listened. I didn't
Don't
read
have a
it.
thing for you.
She might have slept through it, but she heard it.
Deska always pays attention. She just doesn't care.
So, Deska, you have 300 feet of vision, right?
Yes, sir.
I gotta make a token for you again.
Yeah.
Alright, so who else got the 300 feet?
Nathaniel and Cav.
Alright, let me give you some
Cav.
dark vision.
Cavy boy.
I keep thinking Cav is like calf, like CALF.
That's
In my
a good
head
name.
too. I'm like,
That's
wait a minute.
that's the play on it.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so this is what you see. From the north and the northeast and the west, you see a bunch of creatures coming at you. So I
Oh.
need initiative rolls.
Oh god, they
Be interesting.
right there. Oh wait, I have to reset my
Shit on initiative.
It doesn't have my thing.
So
We got shitty initiatives going down.
there are large 15-foot tall creatures covered in
Oh.
spores coming at you. They look something like this. Just imagine with a bunch of mushrooms growing on them.
Now, just for battle's sake, these mushrooms that we're seeing and some of these crags, are they all walkable? It's only the black areas that would be like
Oh,
wall and
God.
impassable terrain.
So you can walk around them. You can't really walk right in the middle of them. But
You couldn't,
yeah,
like, walk right over this. You'd have to walk around it.
yeah. So those, because the tops of them are up above. So probably the middle squares are where you couldn't walk directly through. Let's see. Do you have initiative? Looks like it. 1, 2.
By the way, what are those things that appear now when you select your token?
What do you mean?
It seems like I have my spells at the top of my screen.
That's right. I can give you guys buttons for your macros on your tokens, which I think I did for a bunch of you, but if I didn't for anyone, let me know. It should also include your initiative. So when you highlight your token, if you look at the top left of the screen, you'll see
Yeah.
buttons for your macros, initiatives, spells. The only one I didn't get yet is saves, which I will do later. Alright, so these creatures are roaring as their glowing eyes move through the cave coming towards you. The first one to act is Cavarius. What do you want to do?
I'll turn to the companions and go, "Are we attacking?"
I would,
Oh.
if you allow me, because I'm next on the turn order, I would just like put my finger up to my lips, and then I would point at Arnis, who had cast his Pass Without Trace, and then I'm just going to motion to the south and like do the walking man on my hands, but like in slow motion.
It looks like they have seen you, by the way. There's no question. They, in fact, with their eyes glowing, they're like looking right at you. You think that these things probably have an extended dark vision.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then let him.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Yeah, you think they've seen you.
They haven't seen us.
I'm gonna go into. I'm just gonna bellow out in rage, which will move me 5, 10, 20 to here, and then how far can I go? How far are they?
It's time to boogie.
And then I'm gonna dash So can I move through this area here? Is
Yes.
that all? Okay. I'm gonna dash to here, and have my new sword out.
All right, so Cav just draws his sword, roaring, and just goes running right towards them. Ah, is that it for you?
That is it.
All right, so Cavarius has run up to engage them. Fitz, you see those two coming in, and 3 more
oh,
coming
wait.
from the north.
Yeah, I don't think it's
The order is
organized
not
right.
correct.
What do you mean?
Because Deska should go next and
Oh,
then me.
did Lazarus roll late or something? That's weird. Let me try that again.
No,
Deska, what are you gonna do?
Okay. Oh shit! That threw me off. Okay. I will move to. I need a better shot, so I'll go to here.
Okay.
I will bonus action. Coat my arrow in poison, and I will just let out a shot on this guy.
Alright, so you take a shot at that one.
They have not gone yet, so it should be at advantage. And
Oh yeah, 24 would strike as the arrow comes in, hitting him, doing 6 piercing, 14 sneak attack.
and DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Alright. So they look pretty hardy.
No, yeah, of course.
Let's see how it goes, though. So he rolls a 9 and fails.
Oh, well.
He took 20 from your attack, and what's the poison?
It is 2d8. I'll roll it here. 7.
So another 7
And-
poison.
Is poisoned.
How long does the poison last?
I will hit it with the linky, because I can't remember.
Alright, Lazarus.
So I can't see them right now.
Dang it, hold on.
You just saw Cav go running off into the darkness.
Yeah. But I saw them run.
You hear a
so
bunch
I'm
of
gonna-
noise coming from here. You would actually see their eyes, so you can kind of see them, because they're giving off a little bit of light. Let me give them light, since technically they would have some low light because of their eyes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna run here first. Then I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
It's until the end of my next turn for the poison.
So let me put concentration and Shield of Faith. And you know what? I might just rush this shit. So go up to here.
Alright, so you are
And that's it.
following Cav towards the enemy. Fitz.
Finally,
So-
another tank.
We're aware of these two over here, and you said there was 3 more coming from the northeast?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm going to... So, I get an extra 10 feet of movement on my first turn. So, I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just end right here. I'm going to bonus action, and I'll Hunter's Mark, the one that's next to Cav. And I will... Actually,
Who's all
let me try to use
poisoned.
these micros real quick. So, spells... Hunter's Mark? Alright, cool.
Well, it
I'll
didn't
have
look
to
like that
remember to-
did anything.
No, it's just the Hunter's Mark that doesn't work. So I'll
Yeah, so you just
I'll
might
get
have
through my
to-
turn and I'll reapply it and see if I
I
can
think
put it
if
back
you
on
just
my
search in the compendium, like delete the one you have and then pull it back from the compendium, and it should re-give it to you.
Yeah, I'll do my get through my turn and then I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, do when they were looking at us, did I notice them looking at me? Can they see me?
I mean, you see them looking towards the group. You don't know if they're specifically looking at you.
It's basically do I roll with advantage or not? Is my question because I don't know. if
Yeah,
it's
go ahead and
or not.
roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
So then short bow.
13 would strike.
Oh. Okay.
It's doing 7 and 6, so 13 points of damage. Is this to the same one?
Yes, and then the one is the hunter's mark.
And another one. Alright, so he's taken several arrow shots by now and seems very angry, although sickly from the poison. Anything else?
I'm going to take my second shot, because I get 2 on the first turn with Gloomstalker, so second shot.
Yes, 22 would strike.
This one won't get the sneak attack, so ignore that part. And then it gets these 2. So 14, so 20 damage, ignoring the sneak attack.
Alright, so it takes another 20, and is starting to look wounded.
Why? So why doesn't it get the sneak attack?
Because you only
Sneak
get one
applies
sneak attack
once.
per turn.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. That makes total sense.
And that is me, and I'm going to try to fix my hunter's mark.
Alright, so a hill giant goes. This thing is going to... let me see its speed really quick. 40, alright. So it smashes through a bunch of stuff coming south. It is then going to pick up a rock nearby it, roar, and hurl it towards, I'll say, Nathaniel. Because he kind of has a clear shot on you, can't see, fits, and yeah.
Fine.
21 versus AC.
Yeah, that would hit.
Alright, so luckily you avoid a direct hit as the rock kind of grazes you, doing 26 bludgeoning.
Holy mother!
Oh my god.
And it roars.
Exactly half my HP.
The second, or that's it for him. This guy here is going to rush forward and swing like a golf club at this. He swings his great club like he's going to swing a golf club at poor Cav there. So 15 versus AC.
Matches it.
So that would hit you unless you have a reaction.
I don't.
Alright, so the great club smacks into you for 16 bludgeoning. Did you rage?
I did.
Alright, so you take 8 bludgeoning as the nasty hit threatens to knock you back, but you keep your standing. He then wheels his club around and brings it down on top of you, trying to smash you into the ground. 24 versus AC.
Yep.
Whack. Another 12 bludgeoning, which goes down to 6. And he roars angrily, getting ready to swing again, but that's it for him. Arnis. I didn't hear you. You sound like a robot.
Yeah, how bad does Nathaniel look? Seeing how he just got squashed right in front of me.
He's probably holding his arm, which looks like he took a pretty bad hit. He looks wounded. He's like, ah!
I yell at him, Nathaniel, do you need help?
Nathaniel will say, ow!
Boulder hurt!
Oh, ow! That hurts, go fuck him up.
Alright, go south.
Take cover! Alright, so what are you doing, Ernest?
Yeah, I'm rushed. So these rocks, like right in front of Deska, and how high are those? Like those spires.
These things, so those you can actually
Yeah.
move over. They're difficult terrain, but they're like you wouldn't move like over the spire, but you could kind of move around it, climbing around it.
Hide in it though. Could I duck in it and hide in it?
Yeah, you could use them as cover if you want to go Batman.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I'm going to make a stealth roll.
Okay.
Right, hide. So this is a plus 10, seeing as how I
Yeah.
apparently cast it for a reason. But whatever. You go.
20.
All right. So you run in there, and you're going to make a stealth check.
Yep. What that was, the 10, the stealth check. So it's plus 10 because I cast the.
Oh, mark yourself as concentrating if you have your spell going.
Which was concentrating again.
Forehead.
Wow.
It is this one. All right, so that's it for you, right?
That is it.
All right, a hill giant goes. He's gonna run down this way. Unfortunately, Nathaniel is the only target he sees right now.
Daniel's thinking, like, 3 to the north, 2 to the west. Everyone ran to the west. My team knows no strategy.
Yeah, no tanks to meet those north guys. They're coming at your back line. So he, as well, is going to pick up a rock and hurl it towards you.
Yep.
14 versus AC?
We'll miss.
Alright, so it's coming at you, and it sort of crashes into this giant mushroom here and flies to the side, luckily, just banging into this wall. And he roars with frustration. That is it for him. The guy next to him goes, so he's going to run down 40 feet. And he is going to also pick up a rock and hurl it towards you. Over those rocks there. Oh, 9 versus AC. So
Let's go.
he stumbles a bit and the rock just flies over you, landing back here somewhere. As you all hear rocks slamming around in the cave. Oh, that's it for him, Nathaniel.
So Nathaniel will take 1 step here, 5 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Nope, not quite. So probably do 5, 10. Sorry, I'm just trying to get within 60 feet. That's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 60 feet. Let's see if. Wait, let me read this before I cast it again, just make sure. Okay, so they don't have to understand me for unsettling words. So I would, start beating on my drum, not thinking they might not know who I am, and be chanting. Or since I think they won't be able to understand me, be chanting and kind of singing at them, rhyming some poetry about Chief Wamanok, not really intending to do anything other than unsettle them.
Beat poetry, alright.
Yeah.
So you begin creating a psychic effect using unsettling words. So that guy has a -4 to his next save. Just remember
It's
to
your
remind
favorite
me.
spell in the world, Lou.
Go ahead and link it.
Oh.
Enemies abound.
So,
Do you have the description? There you go. Alright, so you begin concentrating, attempting to affect his mind.
C15 save.
He will indeed try to save. Wisdom is not his best saving throw. Oh, he
It's
rolls
intelligence.
yeah, obviously. He rolls a 3 and would fail. Now affected
just
by
pointing
your
it out,
spell.
it is intelligence save, not wisdom.
Oh, well, either way, he rolled very low, so he is affected. And roars angrily as he's looking around.
Tries to figure out who cannot distinguish friend from foe.
Yep.
And then,
Anything else?
5, 10, 15, 20. That's my movement.
No.
Alright, so this guy goes. He is poisoned until your turn, right?
Until the end of my next turn, yes.
Alright, so he is going to swing furiously at the little creature that came up at him. 25 becomes 11, so that would miss, yes? Cav, that misses you, right?
Yes, it misses.
Alright, so yeah, he swings down at you, smashing the ground, obviously affected by the poison. 18 becomes a 14 for the second attack.
Also misses.
Alright, so luckily the poison has him kind of all over the place, and he fails to hit you. Cav.
All right, I'm gonna take 2 swings at him with my new fancy sword.
Oh, 26 will strike the first one, so go ahead and give me a damage roll for that. Cutting into him for 16. Ugh. You slice again. Unfortunately, a 10 would not be enough, and he kind of smacks the second attack away with his club.
And that's all I got.
Alright, so your turn ends. Deska.
Okay, Deska will hold her hand with her symbol and cast Twilight Sanctuary.
Alright, so a darkness begins to form around you, marking an area where the shadows coalesce to give shielding.
Yes, and then she will move 10 to stand next to. Question to Fitz: would you have like a in your bow?
Say it one more time. You cut out.
Would you have an arrow notched in your?
I'm not sure exactly how my bow works, but it's like it produces arrows, so I assume whenever I do the motion of drawing it, an arrow would show up. So I'm not sure if there's always like a glowing arrow there or not.
Well, I will bonus action coat an arrow in poison and hand it to you to use, and then I will finish my movement moving.
Alright, so you give him one of your own arrows?
Yes, I will give him one of my own arrows.
Got it.
Hold on, that was 10. I will 20. I'll move here and end my turn. Now
Alright.
trigger.
Lazarus.
So Lazarus, who before didn't see the 3 giants up north.
Wait, Deska, did you do anything that turn?
I channeled.
Oh, that's right, Child Divinity, that's right. Alright, sorry, go ahead, Lazarus.
Well, I hadn't seen the giants up north before, so now.
Definitely hear them. Yeah.
Right, but I hadn't seen them before. I mean, as me, the player, not the character. But seeing that they're there now, I will run up to here.
Yeah.
I will shout at the top of my lungs, death to the unworthy, and I will dodge.
The sword tells you, you need to rush in. You need to attack.
Listen, I would, but I am way too far away. Give me one more turn.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I have disadvantage.
Why do you have disadvantage?
He is still exhausted by.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright. The sword seems disappointed in you. Fitz, what do you want to do?
I am going to, with the poison arrow that I just received, I'm going to move 5, 10 to right here. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, no, okay. I'm before I move, I'll notch the arrow and I'm going to shoot the one that's already damaged.
And he is also no longer poisoned.
Do you ignore cover?
No, I don't.
Okay, so he has light cover, so go ahead, give me a shot.
Boop. Oh my god, these double 12s.
Oh, 12 would not be enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll move
My arrow.
to right here. Would that count for Twilight if I'm right here at the edge?
You'd
Or
have
do
to
you
be
fully in?
you'd have to be fully in. So yeah, you'd be
Okay.
okay there. So you grant him some temp HP.
I gotta do that for both of them.
The hill
Yeah.
giant goes, And remember, you don't have to do it. So if you forget, that would you wouldn't necessarily give it that turn if you're not paying attention.
Alright, well, they both already have 7, so that doesn't replace anything.
Yeah. So the hill giant goes, which is this one. He rushes down another 40 feet. Picks up another rock from here, and he sees Lazarus now. He might throw at you instead.
Do it.
Yeah, he's gonna throw at you. So he picks up this large rock and.
There's advantage, by the way.
Yep. 20 versus AC.
Nope. I got
All
22
right,
with
so-
Shield of Faith.
Being that you are ready for it, you would duck down as the rock goes sailing over your head, and he roars with frustration. The next up is this guy, who's going to go for Cav again, taking 2 swings. 22 versus AC, I believe, would strike.
Yep.
So you take the hits, which is 19 bludgeoning, but halves it to 9 because of the rage. Second hit would hit you as well at 16 for 21 bludgeoning, which halves it down to 10. So you take 9 and 10.
Okay.
As you are getting in there, fighting with both these guys. Arnis.
Right. They don't seem to see me yet.
No, most of them are fully engaged with other targets right now. So you have to move at half speed, so that's 40 feet you just moved.
Yep, and that's my movement. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. I can up to 60 feet. So
Anything else?
yeah, I'm counting. I need 60 feet. Yes. So I am going to. You know what? No, I'm done. I'm done this turn.
Alright, so are you going to
I'm
use your
done.
action for anything? I guess not. Alright, the
No.
Giants go.
Is he within the circle or is he out of it?
He's out of it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this guy comes running south down to here. He is going to pick up a rock and hurl it at Nathaniel.
Alright.
It looks like he's a little bit out of range of his throws, which luckily might be giving him disadvantage. Crit becomes an 11 and just takes out a huge area wall above you.
Help!
Roars angrily, finishes his turn. Next up is your confused guy. He is going to look around, suddenly very confused. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 targets are in range for what he wants to do. So he's going to pick up a rock and hurl it at this guy, who isn't really paying attention, but is still able to see it at the last moment. Slams him right in the back for 22 bludgeoning, and this one roars angrily at him. That's it for him. Nathaniel.
So since I'm concentrating already on that, let's go ahead and what do I want to do? Sorry. We will go ahead and take. So he is. How far away is he right now? He's in
70.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, is he 60 feet from there, or no? I need to move up one.
Yeah, you have to move up one.
So So 5 feet, and then I am going to command him to flee.
Alright, go ahead and link the spell as you cast it. I need the description. There you go. Alright, so you cast a quick spell yelling flee as you lace it with psychic energy, and that is a wisdom save. Uh, 10 would fail, and he is affected. So just remind me on his next turn that he is fleeing.
Will do. And then Nathaniel's going to take a few more steps away. So that's another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay. A hill giant goes. The badly wounded one is not happy with what's going on in the dark over here. So he is going to smash past, giving you an Oppie here if you want to take it.
Sure do.
Alright, so go ahead and spend your... Oh, you're not currently marked with having your weapon, so just make sure you have yourself marked that your greatsword is out.
Yeah.
And mark yourself as using your reaction, which is the Ghostbuster symbol. So the weapon one, if you go to the very bottom, the 3 cross swords, you just mouse over and press 2, and that shows that you have a 2-handed
Okay,
weapon.
there it is.
And at the top, the mark for using your reaction is this one.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Alright, and actually, something is going on. Let me check what's happening here. Guessing my scripts broke, yeah. I suddenly stopped getting messages for concentration. Alright, that should fix it. Alright, so he is moving past you. As he does, he leaves himself open, and you take a swing. 17 would strike, so go ahead and give me a damage roll. Ooh, 14. That annoyed him, so he roars in pain, turns around, and is going to swing at you with the flank. Oh! Great club. 17 versus AC. That would strike you, yes?
Yes, it would.
Right. So I always ask just in case you want a reaction. So you just, if you're not doing anything, just let me know that would hit.
Okay. Yeah, it hits.
All right, so he swings at you, smacking you fairly hard, doing 23, which would have to 11. And he takes a second swing. 29 would probably hit you. Whack for another 18, which halves to 9. And Cavarius is probably starting to look a little beat up because you're below half.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get below half, you can mark yourself with this thing to let everyone know that you are wounded.
So real quick,
okay,
Raven, Artis is having Discord issues. When you asked him he wanted to do an action, he said he did, but we just never heard it because his Discord's messing up. He's trying to get it fixed, but I think what he wanted to do is when he moved there, he was counting his movement so that he could shadow step behind one of them to do an attack. I'm not sure if he's back in Discord or not.
No, he's not. Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, it just has him muted right now, but I'm not sure what issues he's having right now.
Can he hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yo.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
So on your last turn, you want to shadow step as an action or a bonus action?
Yeah, I was going to shadow step and attack.
All right, so we can do that really quick. So where are you shadow stepping to?
So what I was thinking now is we just for continuity, this one that's sort of like charged up,
Yeah.
move towards Deska and away from.
Well, he
for
was
Cav.
going to, but Cav hit him, so he got mad and turned around and smacked Cav.
Okay, so I would. My plan was to shadow step about here all on anyway to kind of get that flank attack.
Okay. So I can have you hop in now, but you will not have a flank attack at this point.
So I lose the flank. Okay, well that's fine. I'll still. Yeah, I can go 60 feet.
All right, so yeah, you would poof. We'll say maybe something had kind of distracted you a moment, and yeah, you would teleport there. If you want the flank, you could teleport to in front of him. At this point,
So I was thinking about that. But Lou, can I see that from my starting point? I have to see the spot I'm teleporting to.
yeah, no, you could easily see it. This isn't blocking sight. I would have a vision barrier
Okay.
if it was.
Then boom, I jump right up there and protect
Alright.
the mighty Deska.
So you kind of poof in as he's coming towards Deska, and with Kavarius' distraction, take your flank attacks. First attack is does not hit. You kind of swing wildly. 11 becomes a 13, which would be just enough to hit on your second. So go ahead and give me a damage roll. 12 points of damage. And last attack.
Well,
Or are you doing
don't you have to
flurry,
roll
or-
the?
No, it's a part of that macro.
Yeah, it's 2d6. That's already with the +6 radiant. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be
Ten.
good to separate
normal.
those out just because they are different types of damage, but you can do that later. Because there might be things prone to radiant or resistant to radiant. 15.
So what
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. So to answer your question with the first thing, I did separate those out. So if they were resistant, I have like unarmed with wraps, is how I have it broken up.
Here, let me look at your sheet really quick, because I think I can fix this for you pretty easily. So this is the unarmed strike with wraps. So instead of setting it to 2d6, let me set it to
Yeah,
1d6.
An additional 1d6.
And yeah, exactly. And an additional. Wait, why is there no option? This looks really weird to me. What's going on? I don't see a way to set extra d6. Oh, wait. No, not critical. Why is it doing this?
Yeah.
Wow, this is.
It
why is
also doesn't have the. It also doesn't have the +1 to strike in
It
there.
doesn't
either.
have any of the options.
Yeah.
This sheet is set up really weird. For
Yeah, it's like
never
all my
waste
attacks are
rolls.
actually one higher too. So
Did you use Charactermancer to build this, or did you just do it like manually?
manually, I
Oh.
clicked on it and put the info in.
Yeah, you definitely. Okay, well, yeah, we probably want to use Charactermancer. We'll figure this out later, though. All right, so we'll just leave it for now. So last attack, 17 would strike, and that would take him out.
Oh, let's go.
Anything else for you?
That's it.
All right. So Kavarius, as this thing hits you, Arnis would teleport behind it, giving it several hard strikes. The last one probably snapping its spine as it falls over dead.
And I will immediately turn and stare at the other one and continue doing what I've been doing.
All right. So 13 would strike with the Great Axe. Go ahead and give me a damage roll for the first attack. So 18 points of damage. Second attack of 17 would strike as well for another 18 as you lay into him with this new Great Axe. Cutting him twice.
Great sword.
Or, sorry, Great Sword. Cutting him twice. And you can take the turn...
Reaction off.
The reaction thing off, yeah, because you do get your reaction back.
Yep.
Kavarius is still breathing kind of hard, looking wounded from those last couple of strikes. But that's it for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Deska.
That will be. Did it go through? Oh wait, no, it didn't. Hold on one second. Boom. Yep, 7 for you.
Kavarius,
Alright.
you gain 7 temp HP. She can put in the red circle. Yeah, you got it.
Deska will open her eyes wide and they glow with magical energy as she casts Bless and applies it to Arnis, Fitz, and Cav.
Alright, so go ahead and give yourselves, well, whatever you need to remember that. Or Deska, you can remind them. But you are concentrating now.
Yep. And after that, Deska will also move towards Laz. Step like here.
Yeah.
We'll take out her trusty claw. Bonus action, rub her poison on his sword. I don't care if you like its sword. And then move back.
Your sword says poison is a coward's weapon to you, Lazarus.
Lucky I can't hear that bastard. And then
Well,
that's
Deska is a coward.
You think back.
Did you say that out loud?
He's like,
No,
he
my
says,
sword.
yeah, and gives you like a high five in your head. Lazarus.
Just some bullshit.
Sorry, were you doing anything else, Deska?
No, I moved back and I ended my turn.
Okay. So, Lazarus, what are you doing?
I'll go here, then I'm gonna Misty Step. Fuck, where do I want to go? Let's go right here with my Misty Step.
Alright, so you rush forward, suddenly teleporting right up to the creature, who's kind of surprised.
Give me a second, let me see. Yeah, okay, there we go. And, I'm gonna attack with my longsword.
Alright, so you rush up to him,
D4.
swinging.
Nope.
D4? As
No.
reminded.
No, she didn't give me plus.
I did. I
You
gave
did
it.
Arnis,
Oh,
Cav, and Fitz.
I did not. That's why I gave you poison. I'm sorry.
Alright, so no, 11 would not be enough for the first attack as he kind of blocks with his club.
No!
And then he kind of kicks you back, knocking the wind out of you, completely messing up your second swing. Anything else?
No. What the
Alright,
fuck you want me to do?
Fitzgerald, what do you want to do?
I am going to. I'm going to move up 10. Actually, I'll move up one more, 15. Does that give me a better shot? Or will he always have cover? Some kind of cover
Because of
pillars?
this thing, yeah, you'd have to move up to that to fire around it.
Gotcha. I'll just stay where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna bonus action move my hunter's mark to this one, which I do
Okay.
apologize. I don't have the concentration thing up, so I'll put that up right now.
Alright.
And then I'm going to take a shot.
Alright, so you pull back your bow. 20 would strike.
Nice.
Ugh. So as Cav is laying into him, suddenly an arrow comes out of nowhere, doing
16.
5, 8, 11,
16.
yeah, 16. I'm doing the math. Give me a second. Jesus. 16, DM. Jesus.
Miss my
He's like-
damage.
he's
I
like-
need him to hit.
He's so mad that he rolled. You didn't hit at all. He's like, just get through it. It's
Just
my
get.
turn.
Oh, go again.
Let's get to the
Yeah.
round. Come on.
So yeah,
Just good with numbers.
that's fine. So you deal 16 to him, and he looks angrily as there's now an arrow sticking out of his arm. Anything else, Fitz?
That's me.
Alright, the hill giant goes. So this one looks down at you angrily, Lazarus, and just tries to club you right in the face. 18 as it bangs into your shield.
Let me
not-
get rid of my dodging. There you go.
Yeah. 18, it would slam into your shield with crazy amounts of force, almost breaking your arm. 26. That would probably hit you.
18 doesn't hit me.
Yeah, I know.
26,
The
yeah.
26 is the second attack. So the second one hits your shield again. This time it really hurts your arm, and you take 19 bludgeoning damage. And I need a concentration.
Yeah, give me. There we go. And Constitution.
Yeah, so you hold the spell even under the pain of that hit, And the thing roars, getting ready to swing again, but that is it for him. This guy here is looking around for where that arrow came from and is frustrated, so he's just going to take it out on Cav, taking 2 more shots at you. 16.
Hit.
Alright, so he smacks you for 13, which halves to 6. He roars and swings again, frustrated because you're not dying. Usually he only has to do this once to kill something. 15 versus AC, I believe, would hit you again.
Yep.
For another 18, which halves to 9. So yeah, this thing is just going crazy on Cav, swinging over and over, but he's taking the blows and standing strong, though starting to look very beat up after all these hits. That's it for him. This guy looks confused at this giant who hit him, but he is going to...
Are you skipping Arnis?
Did I
No.
skip Arnis?
Yeah, it's Arnis' turn right now. It's on him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Arnis, what are you doing? I looked at the wrong.
All humans look the same.
Yeah.
No, Lamau.
Old
Aw.
shirtless guy.
Yeah.
He looks just like me.
So, is this guy who's down? Is he an obstruction? Is he gonna hinder movement?
If you
Little.
want to walk over those squares, then yes, but you can just move like over here to go around him.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Ugh.
5.
I'm so gonna regret this. Here goes nothing.
Cavarius! So Arnis comes in to help you out, engaging the giant. Urgh.
This is good. All right, here we go.
Bap, 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 bap. So you go nuts. 16 would strike with the first one. Bam. For 14 damage. Oh. He stumbles back and looks wounded from that attack. Second attack, 14 would strike as well. Ugh. Another 10. So those are your 2 attacks. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
So this is what we have to decide if I'm going to have an Arnis moment or if I'm going to be the hero. Do I shadow step the hell out of there or do I stand tall?
Cavarius is like, thank you, my ally. Poof. And he just disappears. He's like, oh.
Coward.
We shall take on the giant to get... Hey, where'd you go?
Hey, I thought.
Oh, I can't interact with an item either right now, can I?
You can. You still have an item interaction.
If I do that, I lose my bonus action, all right?
No, those are 2 different things. So you have 1 free item interaction.
Okay, I dropped the potion of greater healing on the ground next to Cav and go, chug it!
So you can place it on your square. If he'd have to run over and get it. Which, basically, he'd have to move 5 feet south, and he could pick it up.
I just pictured in my head Artis legit just
So,
pulls
Arnis...
it out.
I'm
lets
assuming
it go.
you're placing it on the ground. You're not, like, throwing it down and shattering it.
Like a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Here's some healing. Psh. Whoops.
This will
Alright.
get both of us.
So you take out a potion and as a free action put it on the
Step
ground
over.
there. Then you step there,
Correct. Yes.
or you step there and
And I-
put it on the ground here.
Yeah. And say chug it wherever, or
Take
I
this.
push it on him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink this. No, it's not a suppository. Yeah, and then I guess I'm Fury of Blows.
All right. So
See
then
what
you
happens.
use a key point to move extra quick, taking 2 more strikes. Hop hop. 23 would strike again. Ugh, for another 12. As his stomach jiggles from the hits. And last strike. Ooh, now 9. You would punch him, but he wouldn't. Oh, D4.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
a D4. Yeah.
See, you're learning how to play a blessed character.
Oh, you
3 would not be enough, unfortunately.
Yep.
Just missed it. So he would die. Well, he takes the last hit, but it does no damage. Anything else?
No, that would be it, and I hope he swings at Cav. Okay, we're done.
He looks pretty angry at you. So yeah, this guy over here, like I said, is going to look confused at the giant, but keep going south.
He's fleeing.
Technically, so just so you know, I looked at the spell. He has to be able to understand me to flee for it to be effective. So I'm guessing.
Oh, flee. That's right. So if he has to understand you, yeah, he would just look at you funny and keep coming south. Thank you for.
Trying to be honest.
No, that's good. Because I can't remember all the rules all the time. So yeah, he comes down to here. He doesn't have a rock at this point, so he's just going to charge at you. Moving around the mushroom and getting into position, but he can't attack just yet. This guy here is going to look confused, and he's going to target either Lazarus or the giant over there. Let's see. Lazarus, odd or even?
Sure, let's go odd.
Hey,
Alright.
we're odd.
He is targeting Lazarus as he picks up another rock.
Steven, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? So a rock comes flying. You do have cover. Oh, 27. That probably hits you even with the cover. So you are struck for 26 bludgeoning as a rock smashes into your shield and almost knocks you off your feet, which would require a DC 13 concentration check. Your sword says, "Oh God,
that go
these
through?
things are nasty."
Oh,
You got the save. Okay, so you start to look wounded as the damage is adding up, but you made your save, so you hold your shielding spell. After that, he's just going to kind of look around confused. Nathaniel, what are you going to do? You got a big giant.
Yep, I'm beating on my bongos again, trying to unsettle the guy.
All right. So you do a unsettling word. I assume the 5 is what you meant to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go at 3rd level, cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Alright, so your drum beats take on a malicious melody or a malicious beat. And he must make a wisdom save. Which luckily, as I said, he is very wise. He rolls a -3. With your
make that now for a -7?
No, that was with your -5. And he goes "Roar!" and is going to run away with his reaction at
and I
full
will
speed.
use my reaction to hit at him.
Alright, so as he rushes, you use your weapon. Oof, but no. You swing and unfortunately you'd miss. He's going to run 40 feet back from you.
Yep.
As he is unsettled. And oh, he took psychic damage of 18.
Yep, 18 points of
Alright.
psychic damage.
Anything else, Nathaniel?
Since he is no longer next to me, I will go into the darkness. 5, 10.
We got incoming.
Yep.
Giant
Stop running away from the enemy, everyone!
is dead, so let's
He
As you run away.
He runs from the enemy.
Cavarius, what do you want to do? You're feeling pretty beat up. Currently, this giant looks like it's now mad at Arnis.
I'm going to take that moment to chug the potion that...
Alright, so you use an item interaction to quickly grab the potion you set down, and give me... What type of potion was it, Arnis?
It was a greater healing that
So-
Jessica gave me.
4d4 plus 4. Make sure you minus the potion. So you would gain 12 hit points as you drink this potion, feeling a little bit better. Deska, what do you want to do?
Do I get a hit?
Yeah, that's a
an
Adam interaction, right? Or is that a
Drinking
that's
it? No,
action?
drinking a potion is an action.
Okay.
But you can, so you can use a bonus action if you have one, I guess. Yeah.
I don't, but could I move to flank?
Yes, so you can move around him if you have enough movement. So you go 5, 10, 15, 25. All right, and you move around the back of him. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
All right, Deska.
Okay. Deska will... Oh, wait. Then you don't get the 5 temp. I just saw where you ended.
Okay.
And she'll move back over to.
He does still have some temp. Did you give Arnis temp on his turn?
I did.
Oh, he didn't
You
mark
sure?
it. So Arnis, make sure you mark it in the red circle when you get temp HP.
Was it 7? Is that what
Once
you gave us?
again. Let me go. But yeah, yours was. No, that was
5.
and 5.
Five.
Okay.
I just mentioned it because you're probably going to need it.
Yeah. Basically, when he, whenever your turn ends, he's just rolling it automatically. So at the end of your turn, look for Deska rolling, and you know to add that as a temp HP if you don't have some.
Alright, so Deska moves back a bit to... I guess you can't
Deska-
see Fitzgerald. You hear him, though.
Okay, I was about to say. Deska will take out one of her good arrows, coated in a little bit of that poison, and hold it out and say, "You got it this time."
Alright,
And
so Deska is offering an arrow. Well,
Am I allowed
are you...
to grab it on my turn, or do I have to wait?
So, are you shooting anything, Deska?
I have not finished my.
So
no.
you probably want to do that at the end of your turn so you can have a free hand. Because if you're going to
Cool.
shoot, you need a free hand.
No problem. Then I will go back to right here. And what do I actually want to shoot?
But no, Fitz, you'd usually have to item interaction on your turn to grab it, which is why.
Well then, shoot. I'll just shoot it myself. Forget Fitz. I'm gonna take my well-crafted arrow, and I'm gonna shoot it at this one. I'm not even gonna move. F everybody. I'm gonna steady aim it.
All right,
It's covered in poison. Oh wait, I
This is
can't
poison.
because I covered it in poison. So no
Yeah.
steady aim.
Okay, so
Boom.
you 14. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have any cover, so sure, that would be enough.
Let's go.
So it takes 20 points of damage. Ugh, looks
DC
angrily towards the south. Let's do that dex or con save. 22, so it resists the poison.
Well, you can just go somewhere. All right, since I can move, since I can't steady aim, let's move here,
Okay. Move next
and
to
I will
Nathaniel.
free action drop my bow.
All right.
And then
Lazarus. So this guy just got shot by an arrow and is sort of looking angrily to the south.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my channel divinity Bow of Enmity to get advantage.
Okay. So you make him your challenge, right?
Yeah, my enemy, my rival. And I'm gonna attack.
Crit. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's 26.
You also have poison on the weapon, so it fails that.
Yep,
crit.
there's poison, and I'm doing
So, yeah.
Divine Might level 2.
Alright, so that is... Let's see...
Which I
3.
should roll an additional d8, right? Since it's... Or is it double the die?
It's double the die, so you roll it again.
So
it's
it's another 3d8.
Another 3d8, yep.
Good lord.
Paladin.
So 12, 17, 27, 31, 39, and poison is 39 damage for that.
He has the
There's
con
a
save.
large explosion of light, and he looks wounded. Now let's take care of the poison now. So con save. And unfortunately, I don't think this is doubled, because it's a save effect. It's not part of the damage.
That's fine.
Okay.
Con 21, so he would make it anyway. But he looks very hurt from that explosion and looks angrily down at you. You've definitely got his attention. The sword
And
says,
there goes
"Well
another one."
struck, Lazarus.
Once
Well
There goes
struck.
another one
21 would
with-
strike again.
with a level 1 Divine Smite.
Now we're doing what we do best.
Alright, so you do another 16 damage as there's a much smaller explosion this time. but he is cut again and looks very hurt.
And that's it.
All right, Fitz.
Seeing that Arnis has a. Actually, I can't, no. We already decided that I can't do that, right? Let me. You
Do
can
what?
only move a hunter's mark when something goes to 0. You can't just decide
Yes.
to move it.
Yeah.
So never mind. So I'll just go ahead and I will stay where I am, and I'm gonna just pop a shot at this one over here, hoping to bring it down.
All right, so there's light cover from Arnis and the obstruction here, but 28 would strike for 18. So as it's about to swing down at Arnis, an arrow hits it right in the eye, and it falls over.
And then I'm going to. So now that it's dead, I am going to bonus action put the hunter's mark on this one right next to me.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll end my movement right there. And that's it. That's me.
All right, so this one is marked. Your movement ends.
Oh, you're in. Let me give you a bit of that.
This one here is going to try to smash Lazarus with his large club attack. Oof, 24 versus AC. So you're smacked for 13 bludgeoning on the first attack. He roars angrily and swings at you again, hoping to put you down. Oh, and I need a con save to see if you hold your spell.
Yep.
What you do. 10 versus AC. No, you block the second one, but you're definitely starting to tire as you feel yourself reaching your limit. You know you probably can't take another hit like that. That's it for him. That guy is dead, so I'll remove him. Artis.
He's dead, so I'm going to use my movement, and then I'm going to dash to here, and that is it. I am done.
Alright. This guy goes... What's affecting him right now?
Was the flea? You can take it off.
Oh, that was the flea. Okay.
Yep.
So he looks around, kind of confused, like kind of grabs his head, looks and sees Arnis there. When he rushes up, he now sees Fitzgerald in the light, but I think he's going for Arnis, because he's not super smart and doesn't necessarily realize the danger of invisibility. So Arnis, a big club comes down at you, 25 versus AC.
Totally hit.
So yeah, as you're running north, this guy comes running out of the shadows, smacking you for 21 bludgeoning on the first hit, which does require a concentration, or a con save. Yeah, deflect his fist.
Yeah.
Luckily, you do have 5 hit points, so you would take that off first. So you take, I think, 16 bludgeoning.
Yeah, I'm 16. In the second attack?
His fist.
So, yeah, you do the 16, then I need the concentration check to see if you hold your spell.
So, yeah.
As you attempt to concentrate through the hits, you, well, it would be a con save, but you did make it with the 16. Okay. So he's going to swing a second time. 27. Good rolls.
Yeah.
You were hit a second time for 22 bludgeoning. And you are looking pretty beat up at this point. Definitely wounded. That's it for him.
I'm going to take my survivalist move. And I'm
Okay,
go
yeah. So as his turn ends, you spend your reaction to go, whoa! Just as Arnis is just getting murdered, you're like, bye bye.
I'm like, good luck, and slink into the shadows.
Good luck, brother.
Sorry.
Backflips away.
Just vanishes as Arnis is getting smacked into the ground. All right. So
Wait, we're level 7?
Yeah.
Yes.
Level
Oh, I have 2 Harness Divine Power.
All right,
This
so
is
go
fine.
ahead and mark your reaction, Fitz.
sir.
And Nathaniel, I believe. Oh wait, no, this guy. I was about to skip him. So he's confused. He is going to step over
Die.
this way because he wants to try to figure out where his enemies are. Let's see. He sees a lot of people, and he's mad at all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He doesn't see Fitzgerald. So D6. He's gonna go for number 2. Oh, Lazarus again. Sorry, Lazarus.
Oh no.
So he throws a rock at you.
Block.
23 versus AC.
Yep. I'm dead.
Just
Alright, so you take a hit for 16 bludgeoning, and I think you are unconscious. Oh, yep, just enough. So you are unconscious. That's it for that one. Nathaniel, what do you want to do? You see Lazarus go down in the distance.
Yeah, he's looking wounded. Let's go ahead and we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Still in the darkness, right?
Yeah.
And we are going to target the guy next to me. Again, he's going to hear some drumming first.
Oh no, the drums!
Yeah, he should be scared of them drums. And then we're going to cast at second level Dissonant Whispers.
Bum, 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 bum. Alright, yeah. He hears the music as you come out of the shadows. Nathaniel's actually Batman. Alright, so wisdom save. Rolls a -2. Goes, ah! So he takes 14
Use my unsettling words.
as blood bursts from his nose. He looks wounded.
Mm.
And he is going to spend his reaction to retreat.
And so will I. Nice.
So Arnis and Nathaniel can both take oppies right now if they want.
Yep. I'm assuming 20
Oh,
hits.
Yes, 20 would strike, macing him for 5 bludgeoning.
Yep.
22 would strike as well. Bam! Hitting him for 9 bludgeoning.
And you took the 14 psychic damage as well?
Yes, that's what bloodied him. So
nice.
he rushes back this way. As he is very scared of the drums. And that is it for Nathaniel, right?
Yeah, that would be my turn.
Alright, Cavarius.
Being over here all by myself, this is lonely. I will dash and
Oh.
run up to here.
Alright, so you rush across the battlefield trying to get back into it. You would see Lazarus has been knocked down and is looking like he's having some problems there. Deska.
back pain.
Back.
Okay, Deska will move up to here. Oh god, I did not. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I did not put my thingy down. Up to here. She will shout at Arnis, "It's no time to sleep," and she'll cast Healing Word on her.
Alright, so healing energy infuses Arnis or Lazarus?
Lazarus. Did I say Arnis? I meant Lazarus.
That's fine.
And she will call her returning dagger to her hand. And she will take the disadvantage throw. Is it? Let me check. 40. Dagger is 20. Yes, it'll be a disadvantage attack on this one. That's right in front of Lazarus.
Alright.
Actually, no. I'll go for the one that they all just hit like a bunch of times. Makes more sense.
They both look wounded.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the one with all the marks on it.
Okay.
And
Yeah, 16 would strike.
okay. No.
Oh wait,
sleep.
disadvantage, right?
Yes, actually.
So 10 unfortunately would
Does
not
not hit.
strike, and it would just
Got
kind of
it.
fly past him.
All right, I call it
Do
back.
you not
and
have sharpshooter anymore to
No.
disadvantage?
I do
Oh.
not have sharpshooter. And I am my turn.
All right, Lazarus. Your sword
Gonna
says, "You
stand
have
up.
this. Get up." And you stand up. I assume you pick up your sword that you
Yep.
dropped. This one looks
And-
like he's getting ready to attack you again, but you act first.
I still have advantage on him.
Oh, okay, you don't lose that even if you're knocked out.
I'm pretty sure here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
For 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious. But that's it, not you. So yeah, you still have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna attack.
I imagine you're still just as pissed at it.
Yeah.
Divine Smite level 2.
All right, so you cut into him. You always sound so crestfallen.
Gotta
20
spend more
19,
spells.
23 damage, 24. All right, so there is an explosion, or wait, 8 plus 11, 19, 26. It is
Wait,
badly wounded.
Wait, 26. That 7 is if it's two-handed.
Oh, all right. So 6, 8, 11, 19. Thank you. 19 points of damage, and it looks very wounded, but it is still alive.
And let's go for another one. 12, that's not enough.
No, that is just missing. If only Deska didn't hate you.
I just brought him back to life.
Your sword says she really screwed us on this one.
I
What
did
can
the
I-
best mathematical decision.
I have a bonus action, but I'm not sure I have anything that could help. Because I don't have spell slot.
Alright, so anything else?
I'm thinking, well, might as well use Harness Divine Power and get back a second level spell.
Alright, Fitz.
I'm going to move up so I can get from around this big mushroom. And
Yeah.
I'm going to take another shot at this guy who ran away.
Alright. You have advantage. Crit.
Oh boy! Finally, one of the rogues got a crit. Feels good.
I think I clicked damage. There we go.
I mean, you could also kill the one that's about to kill me, but that's fine.
Just live.
Oh,
forehead.
so
No.
might need to set it so your hunter's mark doesn't take a spell slot each time you click it, or just set it up as a one of those things where you could just turn it on and off.
Oh, I think is it because I'm wondering if it's because I'm. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can set. I think it's like how you set up bless. You can set up modifiers that you can turn on and off.
Oh, that's probably where I'm messing up because I have it under attacks and not modifiers, so I just need to move it down there. So yeah, I'll work on that.
Okay.
But
So you did 15 plus 11, 26, 28 points of damage. And he is also badly wounded from that arrow to the chest. He's bleeding profusely. Anything
Jesus
else?
Christ.
I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then bonus action stealth right there.
All right. So you stealth. The hill giants go. So this guy is going to once again try to take on Lazarus. He takes some great club swings. 10 versus AC, you would block it. Clang. And second attack, 24. I think that would land another hit.
Unfortunate.
And you are probably down with 20 points of damage. So Lazarus is once again knocked silly, going...
How many points of exhaustion do you have now?
3.
4, I think. Oh, 3.
he is at 3.
Wow.
Alright, so
I'm gonna rubber band you until you die.
Arnis goes. What do you want to do, Arnis?
Oh my lord. I'm gonna move to here and take the dodge action.
Okay. So you move in carefully, hoping that you don't get knocked silly. The hill giant goes. He is very frustrated with all this running around. And he blames Deska for that. So he's going to rush up
All right.
here.
One shot me, I dare you.
And you
Don't say that,
you
please.
challenge
No,
him.
do it.
Challenge him
Do
to a
it.
duel.
One shot me.
Come at me, bro.
Desk is
22
ready.
would probably strike you.
That does hit, man. Here it is, the one shot. Let's go.
24 points of damage.
Okay.
Remember, if you have temp HP.
I do indeed.
He roars and swings again. 15 versus AC. That was a terrible roll.
Okay, give me 1 second. Wait, you said 15?
Yes.
That misses.
Alright, so I just need you to minus the... Yeah, and give me a save.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I had to do a bunch of math and I suck at it. Okay. Dump stat, let's go.
Con 15, yeah, so you made it, so you keep your spell. That's it for him. This guy here, this is a lot of targets.
One
1, 2,
PC.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people. Let's roll a d8. He's gonna throw it at Lazarus.
Oh,
No, I'm just
my-
kidding. I don't know,
Oh,
actually.
I
Let's
was
see.
like...
That guy on the ground, get him. No, he's gonna throw it at Nathaniel.
Okay, if it was me, I was dead. That was...
26 versus AC.
We'll go ahead and wait. How close is he? Ah, sweet. He can go ahead and roll again.
Can he?
Yep.
Someone has a reaction used.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh my goodness.
you took way
You
too
were-
much pleasure
you
out
were-
of that.
You were
Yes, you did.
so as you were stabbing at the other guy, feeling proud of yourself, you just see a rock coming in at you from the dark and go, "Oh sh!" So that would strike you for. Where is it? Where is it? Not that bad. 15 bludgeoning.
And I've got 7 temp HP, so that helps.
So you kind of stumble back as the rock just shatters on you. Ow! That's it.
Why?
Oh, and I do need that con save.
Oh, yep, that's fair.
Free him. He's actually been.
Shit.
Oh no! All right, so he shakes his head and he can see clearly again, unless you got
Yeah.
something.
The rain is gone.
No, I don't.
It's not like it helped at all.
He targeted Lazarus
I mean,
every time.
he hit that
Oh, he
one
did it.
guy.
The very first round, he hit one of the giants.
He
So
just
that doesn't matter. Did nothing.
Lazarus is just salty right now.
It's just
The
RNG,
only reason
bro.
I'm dead is because of that fucker.
Nathaniel, what are you doing?
Well, since they said it did nothing,
It did
no
nothing.
point in doing it again. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go 5, 10. Let's try to finish this guy off, and just since he's so clearly
Yes.
low hits, we'll just do a first level dissonant whispers on him.
All right, you whisper strange things at him.
Yep.
Oh, so he gets to do a save. A wisdom save. Rolls an 8, which would fail. And he just goes bleeding out his
Thank
eyes and ears,
goodness.
falling over and twitching.
Okay. I can't cast a bonus action spell since I used a first level. Let's do. Let's go ahead and give advantage to. I like Deska's darkness. So, Deska, I would say to you, this is so dark and beautiful here. It's quite. I'm quite inspired by this. I hope you will be proud of all that you're accomplishing. And so you can
thank
have a
you.
D8.
Bardic inspiration.
Appreciate
All
that.
right.
Yep.
So he gives you a little bit of encouragement. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I might take a couple steps back. And then
All right.
yes.
So you gain 4 temp HP. Cavarius.
Well, seeing that this guy just went down, I will move up to here. I am going to recklessly attack this guy.
Did you have enough movement to get there? Because you have a bunch
I
of
have-
people in the way.
I have 40.
40. All right. Yeah, I guess even if you move through Arnis, yeah, that would be just enough. All right. So you rush up, roaring and recklessly swinging. Go ahead and give me an attack.
Decapitate.
No,
Oh my
26, and you are blessed, so 28 would strike. as he's about to kind of try to smash Arnis into oblivion. You come up, cutting him for 11, and he goes
Wow.
falling over.
Was
dead.
that so hard, Fitz?
You're dead. You're not
Oh,
allowed to talk.
kidding.
You're dead.
Was that
Son
so
of a
hard,
bitch.
Fitz?
Targets the other motherfucker that had like half of his health still. Damn it.
I was honestly expecting you to finish him off.
The sword's
and you
like
didn't. If
so it's
anything,
like
I'm disappointed in you.
If only I had a bless.
they're all conspiring.
I can leave you on
against
the floor. You know that, right?
Anything else, Cav?
No.
All right, so you end your turn looking towards the final target, Deska.
Let's go one more. Am I next to him here? She'll take out the oldie but goodie that she has in her pack with an item interaction, pull out her healer's kit,
Okay.
and use it to stabilize Lazarus.
All right, so you use a charge of the healer's kit, and Lazarus is stabilized. Lazarus, you're stable, so you're okay. Fitz, what do you want to do?
I am going to swap my hunter's mark to the remaining giant. I am going to go 5, 10. Can I move over dead corpses, or does that kind of like rough
It's
terrain?
difficult terrain, yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I'll go there. I'm going to go ahead and pop my shot on this last gentleman. Gentleman is a stretch.
19 would strike him. Oh! So he takes 19 points of damage and looks confused into the darkness, trying to figure out who shot him.
And then I am going to bonus action dash, and I'm going to dash downwards to right here. Oh, actually, no. I moved my hunter's mark with my bonus action. I was right here, right? Yeah. So I'll just that's my turn.
All right. That guy's dead. So that is Arnis. You're up.
How tempting it is just to shove Fitzgerald forward into the fight.
You can't see me.
You can't see me.
Well, he hears you. He knows you're here,
Yeah.
because you aren't stealthing right now. He knows the general area you're in.
So we're going to go right there. And then take the dodge action.
All right. So you're moving cautiously around. That guy's dead. So this guy is going to rush forward where he hears the movement, and he's going to swing at Fitz with disadvantage. As he sees the arrows popping out of this area and sees the movement and hears you.
Pooh! One shot.
We find
20.
you. 27 becomes a 12, so I think that misses, right?
Woohoo!
So yeah, he just swings at the area recklessly. But 25 becomes a 24. I think that would get you.
I'm going to use my reaction to get hit.
Bang!
I opened my mouth.
You take 19 bludgeoning, reduced by your temp, remember. As he feels the impact and roars, he ends his turn. Nathaniel.
I'm going to use my
I-
free movement. Sorry, Nathaniel, just to go at boom boom.
Reaction.
And now I'm done.
Alright, so you spend your reaction and move out of the area. And apparently I need a con save.
For hunters.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Dump
I know how
let's
much
go.
that guy has enjoyed running around, so he can run around some more.
Alright, so you cast another Dissonant Whispers. What's the range on that?
It is 60 feet, but I will link the spell just so you can see
Alright.
it.
So yeah, he will... Oh no! As you beat the drum, he makes a wisdom save. 18. Oh, so I think he actually made it.
Actually saved it for one.
Wow.
You know what? Go ahead and roll that.
Alright, so you spend your reaction for
And I will
some...
give advantage now to Fitz on his next.
Not me. I
He
always
already
get
has
advantage.
advantage. Benches.
then give it to Cavarius. Cavarius can have advantage. Cav.
All right, so
Perfect.
he will roll again. Rolls a 6 and goes ah as you twist the strands of fate. He takes 13 psychic.
Yep.
And will rush in the opposite direction using his reaction. Oh, scary. Anything else? Nathaniel.
No, that'll do it.
Cavarius.
I'm so dumb.
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Get back here. Eat him.
All right.
And I have an advantage because of
Yep.
Nathaniel.
Yep.
That's
So
a crit
that
then.
is a crit. Oh. So 22 points of damage from the first hit as he stumbles back, being cut by the huge greatsword. He still looking okay. 22 would strike again for another 14, and that wounded him. Oh. He gets ready to counter swing. Anything else?
That's all I got.
All right, Deska.
All right. With the package secure, she's gonna get back in the. She's gonna move here.
Yeah.
Make sure this out. Bonus action stealth from here, and I'm pretty sure Honor still has aura, so that will also help
Ew.
out.
Yes, he still.
Oh
does.
yeah.
All right,
Yep.
29 would
Cool.
crit.
I don't think it would be at advantage. It just
Well, if you're stealthing, he can't see you, so that would be a crit.
It's just the stealth roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah.
I
That's
thought that was the
just,
attack.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, so it's
And
like
I'll
a 39
return,
stealth roll. Yeah.
return dagger.
So you throw the dagger. 22 would strike.
Double 20.
As Cavarius is hitting him, the dagger suddenly sticks in him as well. Oh.
Oh, there it is.
So he takes another 20. Is looking very beat up.
That's it from me.
All right, Lazarus. You are
Stable.
Yep.
stable.
Is stable.
Fitzgerald, what do you want to do?
5, 10, 15, 20, and I'll just pop a shot at the remaining Giante.
Yeah.
All right, you take a shot. 14 would be enough, and he is struck for 15, 16 points of damage. Oh, he's barely hanging on, but he is
Oh
still
my
up.
gosh. Just fall.
And I think I am going to move back up. So that was, 20 to get down here. So 10 more, and then I'm going to dash upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get next to Lazarus. And that's my turn.
All right, Arnis.
Is this rough terrain through this mushroom next to me?
You can move to get to the giant. You'd be fine because it's the rough
Yeah,
terrain would be over
I've
here.
got- Yeah, I've got 40, so yeah, that was only 20. All right, here we go.
All
We're
right.
running in, we're attacking.
So Arnis, with a bloody lip and bleeding from his nose, rushes
Michael.
up. Oh,
Please end him.
oh yeah, 18 would strike. Whap! There's an explosion of radiant energy, and his arm explodes off, and he falls over dead. The group is safe. So we probably should end here. We're a little bit over. But you would notice as the battle ends, there is a... Actually, Nathaniel, you're pretty close to it. There's kind of a smaller giant that's been hiding back here. He looks kind of like the others, but almost like a runt. But he doesn't seem to be attacking. He's just been...
Like childish.
Maybe a child, maybe a runt, but he's just kind of been watching. And with that, let's end for this week. So give me MVP votes.
All right. um. God, I gotta get an actual spreadsheet open for all this stuff I could do in my turn.
Good job, guys. Sorry, Laz. Sorry you're going to die from exhaustion eventually.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I felt bad about. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, Laz took a beating. Now, did you not level up, Laz?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
just
You
forgot we were level 7, and that meant another harness divine power.
you're just missing that one. All right. Looks like Laz. Oh wait, let me make sure there wasn't a
Gosh.
tie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did someone not vote? Am I missing someone?
Oh,
I mean,
didn't.
I did tank 2 of them.
So
By myself.
the vote is
Yeah.
it's like that. You just don't have the parentheses, just /WGM and who you're voting for. But it looks like it's gonna be. Yeah,
I
so
really don't
with
need another one.
3 votes. Laz is MVP. Congrats.
I have
To be
6
honest,
now, guys.
We're
Vote for
stacking
someone
them.
else.
We're
Well, maybe
stacking them
use
on you,
one.
bro.
Maybe use
It
one
wouldn't
of them.
matter. I already had advantage.
I'm gonna be
Not
honest.
before, not the first time you swung.
I use my
That's
jump
true.
like candy.
But yeah, so yeah, good job everyone.
Good fight, everybody.
All right,
Good
everybody.
fight, and I'll see you all next week. And I have to.
In 84 years, I'll say.
So I think I need to make you a new token, Deska, and we have to figure out what's going on with Arnis's sheet.
Okay.
You might. So the easiest way to fix it might just be to me give you a new one, and you use Charactermancer to just kind of rebuild Arnis using the Charactermancer, because I'll put all the information in for you. But yeah, let me make.
All right, everybody.
Laz a token.
Take care.
Take care.
Hey, take care, lads.
So, let's see. First, I'll make.
But when you say character mancer, just move it over through the Beyond 20 button. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, when you first open up a new character sheet, one of the options is to build the character with Charactermancer. So you just click that instead of entering the info manually, and then it'll basically and I can help you with that in a second. I just want to get Deska a token.
Yeah. Take your time, or do you want to do it later on? I mean, I'm going to run to the bathroom right now. So if you got
Yeah,
something
go ahead, go, and if you need to run to the bathroom, I'll do this while you're running to the bathroom, and then I'll give you your sheet.
All right. All right.
Are you still there, Deska? It's just me. Just me and Arnis. All right.
DM, I'm back.
All right. So So, Arnis. Let me make sure my... Actually, well, I think it's already shared, but let me just double check that my compendium is shared with this game. It is not. I'll share that really quick. So you should see a character in the journal at the top that says New Arnis.
Yeah.
Do you see that there?
Cebu. New Arnis. Yep, got it.
So if you click on that and you go to the character sheet, it should have like use Charactermancer, create an NPC. If you use the Charactermancer, it'll go through the process of creating it, and you just would basically choose all the things that you have as Arnis, and it should just auto-populate everything.
Okay.
And then once you do the first level, if you go to the cog, there's a level up using the Charactermancer button, and you can basically every time you're leveling up, you press that, and it'll just take you through the next level with more choices and give you HP and all that stuff. And if you have any questions about that, yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like getting the wraps or the gloves of the pugilist or whatever you call them. That's I'm probably not gonna get that right, but yeah.
That's and I can help you make those, but those should be able to make a correct macro with those once you do it this way.
Okay.
So
I will get started on that. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take off and get ready for my next game, but I'll see you next time.
All right, take care.